Salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-777-1225. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-777-1225. That's 800-777-1225 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225.
Choosing the right candidates for any office can be difficult.
My office has lots of drama.
My office has its ups and downs.
I share my office.
But no matter what kind of office you have, one thing's for certain. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast, and you can invite your top choices to apply. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So, for any kind of office.
I'm really going places in my office.
My office has everything you could ever want.
Count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Cap.
A little sabor, and we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Cap is on.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
The LA Afternoon Drive takeover.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah. You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
Christopher can go to hell.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse.
Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like...
How do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm in back in Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm.
Here we go.
You don't know. You don't know. And you know why you don't know? Because you're gutless, Andy. You're gutless.
Sedano and Cap.
God, I'm going to melt you.
Yeah. Doom ba bop. Doom ba bop. Doom ba bop. Beating boom 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 ba bop.
Yeah.
I feel like we did a pretty good Dodger breakdown during Crosstalk. I mean, we could talk some more about it if you'd like, but I mean, there's a lot. I feel like there was a great weekend of NFL football.
Great weekend. How about today? Today being Monday, October 28th.
I mean, I want to talk about how the Raiders still stink.
I know you do,
Yeah.
and we should.
And how the worm has turned once again.
What worm?
The worm has turned once again.
What worm?
The caterpillar, as we put in the group text.
The worm. The Chargers beating the Saints is a turning of a worm?
Hey, it's a win.
It is a win against one of the real dregs of the NFL. Remember when we thought the Saints were good in like week 1 and 2? They beat the Cowboys.
Well, David Carr got hurt.
Then they beat the Carolina Panthers.
Don't you forget about David Carr?
We're like, hey, man, we're a pretty good team, man. Say right, we're pretty darn good, man. Now, you look at the Saints, and they're so pathetic. But just think about this for a quick second. Today, you got Monday Night Football. You have an entire slate of NBA basketball.
World Series.
Tons of games in the NHL. World Series, of course, which I probably should have led with. And you even have MLS soccer games tonight. You have all 5 professional sports leagues.
It's the playoffs.
Hey, it's happening over at BMO. You got everything happening tonight.
Wait, did you guys see Puka Nacua was at BMO the other day?
He was.
for
Puka
LAFC.
Nacua was everywhere, I
Yeah.
feel like. He's been in a lot of stuff lately.
I know. They should have him do those lines from Ted Lasso. Like
He was at
"Football
Dodger
is life."
Stadium, wasn't he, the other day, too?
He is like the toast of the town, man. People love that kid.
I mean, have you been around him? He's
Yeah,
amazing.
he is. He's a great kid.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah. So, look, Dodgers, ultimately, here's the deal.
Oh, we're getting to ultimately already.
You can afford to lose one tonight. I mean, you can afford to lose. Look, they've avoided what I was trying to avoid. I just said, get both at home because you don't want to be potentially fighting for your life at Yankee Stadium. Okay? So they've avoided that.
Yeah.
They're not going to fight for their lives at Yankee Stadium. All they need to do is get 1 out of 3. That's it.
But I love the momentum that the Dodgers have right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, it started on Friday night when you know what? I should actually, before Freddie Freeman hit that grand slam, you know, if you really, really go back to the very beginning of it all.
And by the way,
yeah,
for some of the media types out there.
Like who?
Who were like Frank Isola.
Frank Isola, what's his problem?
My colleague on Around the Horn.
what's wrong with Frank?
What's Frank Isola's
Frankie's
problem?
deal?
I mean, Frankie Ice out here saying, oh, enough with this Kirk Gibson stuff. Kirk Gibson couldn't even walk, blah, blah, blah. Hey, man, Freddie couldn't walk a couple weeks ago.
Oh, by the way,
Freddie still can barely walk completely. Great.
And by the way, Freddie has also dealt with an incredibly difficult, challenging time with his kid.
Right.
Like, there's a lot going on there.
Right.
So you know what? Eat that, Isola.
How about that, Frankie Ice? I didn't know you called him that. Listen, you know what my favorite part of that whole Freddie Freeman thing was? Because, you know, we talk a lot here in the last week and change about...
God, the New York media drives me nuts.
So go kick their freaking ass.
Jeez.
Kick Frankie Ice's ass, why don't you?
I will.
Kick him in the ice, you know?
Ice cubes?
Yeah. Listen, let me just tell you something. For all the talk about LeBron and Bronny, you know, and how Bronny's going to play in an NBA game. This is so cool. The Griffies are here. Look at how awesome this is. We never get to see this. Can I just tell you, as a dad, okay,
a poppy of sorts.
See,
yeah.
I freaking loved Freddie Freeman's dad.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Lindsay, you know what we should do? We should find Freddie Freeman's dad.
And just bring him on.
And we should get him on the show.
Okay.
Because when Freddie Freeman hit that grand slam and he crosses over home plate and he's not saying anything, he's just like, ah, you know? And there's Freddie's dad standing there at the netting behind home plate and he's not saying anything other than, yeah.
Right.
And the two of them, because somebody interviewed Freddie's dad afterward and like, what'd you guys say to each other? And Freddie's dad was like, we said, ah, like there was nothing to say.
Right.
It was just the emotion coming out. So I can just say it like this. I don't know how old is Freddie Freeman. How old do you think he is? Maybe 30?
Mid-30s.
You think mid-30s?
Yeah, got to be mid-30s.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is.
Like close to that.
But because his dad looks like a pretty young guy.
Yeah.
You know?
35.
Really?
Right at the mid-30s.
Hey, nice job.
Yeah.
Dad looks like a young guy.
Yeah.
So I think it would be so
Younger
cool.
than you?
I hope not.
Yeah.
I really, really hope not. Okay. Now, if Freddie's
Let's
dad,
take a look at Freddie Freeman's dad.
Freddie's dad could be 56 for all I know. I'm not sure.
Fred Freeman.
Fred Freeman.
Yeah.
Fred Senior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got Fred and you got Freddie.
I don't know what. There's not much on Fred Freeman.
Hey, listen. Who knows Freddie?
Oh, look, People Magazine, all about L.A. star Freddie Freeman's parents, Dad Frederick.
Okay, Frederick. Who?
Frederick is very sophisticated.
Yeah, sure is. Who knows Frederick Friedman? Who listening from the Circle of Trust? Who's a
Can
Sedano
get
and
Frederick
Kap
Freeman
listener?
on the show.
Who knows Frederick Freeman that can get him on the show for us? We need to get Freddie Freeman's dad on the show because I love that guy. And I love stories like that, where your kid is now 35, he's got 3 kids of his own, he's his own grown man, and they walked Mookie Betts to get to Freddie Freeman, and on one pitch, Freddie Freeman said, I'm going to make you pay. And not only did Freddie Freeman hit that home run, but he held that bat up. He was walking, taking his sweet time down to first base. It almost looked like he taunted the Yankees the way he kind of tossed the bat.
Yeah.
And here's the one thing I just want to say, George.
Wait, this is what it sounded like in Japan. Great call.
I just want to know why it is that when I put out a note on Twitter that says, Freddie, that was an amazing sports moment. Why are you people kicking my ass that I was happy for Freddie Freeman, that I thought it was a super exciting finish to a game? You know, can't you just be a sports fan without having to always be just about your own team?
All of your followers are from San Diego. That's why.
They're not all from San
No,
Diego.
they're not all. Maybe
Not
like
all of them,
years ago they
but
were.
a lot of the ones that are yelling at you are.
Yeah, but wait, no,
Well,
but
all
then-
the ones yelling at
But then
you
the
are.
Dodger fans yelled at me too. The Dodger,
Oh, that's silly.
The Dodger fans were mad at me for like when I put out an tweet about Ohtani. Like, oh no, that's really bad. And then the Dodger fans hit me with, oh, yeah, when are the Padres playing? Why can't you just, be a sports fan when it gets to a championship?
You're right, Cap, because I think I said something about, how it was so cool, such a cool moment, and I'm jealous for Dodgers about, I wish that was my team. I'm jealous for Dodgers fans. And somebody said something mean to me oh, that's our team. Leave us alone. You can't root for us.
I mean, listen, if the Phoenix Suns were playing the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals, I wouldn't have a dog in the fight, right? But I'd be watching as a sports fan. That's all.
Well, Fred Freeman seems to be at 70. In his 70s.
Okay, that's good news. Yeah. Okay, so Fred Freeman had little Freddie, and I don't know where little Freddie ranks. Maybe if they've got some older
they're probably
kids.
35, probably around this age.
Yeah, but I wonder if he's got some older kids. Frederick Freeman.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been able to figure that part out.
Hey, who knows Frederick Freeman? And let's get him on the show.
Fred Sr. is in his early 70s.
Okay, Beto may know him. He knows he has 2 older brothers.
Okay, I want Frederick Freeman on this show. I would like to talk to Dad. Dad to Dad to Dad. I want to talk to Frederick Freeman because I love that guy.
He said he's in New York, so don't bother him right now.
Who said that?
Beto was telling me this about Fred.
Oh. Well, this would be a great time to talk to him.
Yeah.
While he's in New York.
Hey, I agree. Just saying,
Yeah.
Beto's over here wearing a Boston Red Sox hat or something.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, no, it's Long Beach. Just kidding.
Oh, Long Beach.
Yeah,
in the city of Long Beach. Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty big difference there, those two. Just letting
I only
you know.
saw the B because he's sitting, sideways. Yeah. Sideways.
So anyway.
Could be a Long Beach. Could be LB. You thought it was Lindsay Baseball.
Right. So, Cappy, I think just get one. I'm fine with look, if you can win it over there, great.
Yeah.
But if all you need is one now. I feel a lot more relaxed heading into the rest of this series right now because the Dodgers did what they were supposed to do, which is hold serve at home.
But I just think that the momentum, and I got to go back to the beginning of that game on Friday night. I thought the Ice Cube performance
it was awesome.
Was incredible.
Yeah.
I really did. And I wondered why or how the Dodgers had decided on Ice Cube.
Why not?
Well, I'm thinking that there were younger, more contemporary guys. But I think,
but everybody in that stadium knows the songs
and every word to the song, including Dave Roberts, who was jamming out to the song,
including Alex Verdugo, who was one of the Yankees who used to be a Dodger.
I loved Ice Cube's intro.
Yeah,
I thought it was awesome, and I thought it really set the tone in terms of getting the stadium completely hyped and ready for the game. And then that momentum led all the way till the end of the game when Freddie hit that walk-off.
Yeah.
And then they came back in game 2, and I think everybody had that same reaction when Ohtani went down, oh, no. But according to all the reports,
he's good to go today.
He's going to play. Now, is he 100%? Is he 80%? Is he 60%? Can he swing full?
Listen,
I don't know.
I think any percent of him is fine. So we'll see. But coming up next, Cappy, let's get into some football. I mean, it was insane.
You can't figure out the NFL. You can't
this,
figure it out.
It's just insane.
Every week you can't figure it out.
Oh, my goodness. It's great. By the way, Cappy, tomorrow I'll be there. Home away from home, LAX, where changes are arriving daily to reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the traveler experience. The LAX Economy parking structure now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. I'll be using one of those. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and a new facility will have all major rental car brands under one roof. I've seen the facility. Man, it is bad to the bone, okay? Really nice. Yeah. And in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. Yep, you'll be able to take the People Mover train after you take the Metro to the Century Station, and then People Mover right to your terminal. Good to go. Don't even need a car. Check out their website for more information. That's flylax.com for more info. That's flylax.com.
Still throwing it down.
Backdoor cut to LeBron and a thunder dunk. Beautiful pass, and LeBron slams it home.
Guess who's back? Still hitting big shot after big shot.
Three-pointer. Good again! Who is this guy? That's the oldest player in the league?
Live every thrill of LeBron and the Lake Show on 710 ESPN.
Still running the game, still.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually, and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
This is Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
How is that related?
On 710 ESPN.
Oh, Cappy.
Yeah.
Lose yourself, Cappy. One shot, Cappy.
I freaking loved this yesterday when we were just getting ready to start talking NFL. You cannot figure out the NFL.
Yeah.
Every week, something happens, and you're like, I could never have seen that coming. And one of the handicappers that I follow over the weekend said, make your big play on Baltimore this weekend over Cleveland.
Right.
And I just didn't want to make that play because something told me, not that Cleveland was going to win, something told me that Jameis Winston getting the start at quarterback
was going to eat that W.
Just was going to inspire
Knick-knack,
his teammates.
this, that, patty whack, give a dog a bone.
And then you hear this song right here. And this song, I want to say, was released on this date.
Correct. What are the odds of that?
What was the date of this song? What year?
This one came out, Lose Yourself, Eminem, 2002.
2002, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you had Jameis Winston yesterday before the game being interviewed by CBS, and he started off like, man, there's this white boy from Detroit. And he was talking about
that was
this
at the
song.
end of the game.
Oh, it was?
Oh, yeah, that was a post-game.
Oh.
So his pregame, here, this is his pregame real quick.
You're looking really focused right now. You told us this week that everyone inside this building believes that this is the time you guys can turn it around. What's been the message?
Unwavering faith, ultimate belief, depending on the Lord. That's all we got.
You told me no nerves, just excitement and butterflies. Still feel that way?
Unwavering faith, ultimate belief, dependence on the Lord.
The message is clear, guys. Thank you, Jameis.
Okay, so this post-game. Here's his post-game.
There's a white boy from Detroit that I really admire named Eminem. He said, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity lasts once in a lifetime. And I know I got a quote, Eminem, he from Detroit, he right up the road, but man, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that the Lord provided me with this opportunity. I'm grateful for my teammates, my coaches, and these amazing fans.
I don't know, man. You just can't figure out the NFL. That's just, I mean, who would have thought that the Cleveland Browns, using their third quarterback, were going to beat the Baltimore Ravens, who, I mean, I think a lot of us over the last 5 weeks when the Ravens started out 0-2 and they rip off 5 straight wins, if it's not for Detroit and Kansas City, I think a lot of people think Baltimore is the best team in the NFL. And then here's Cleveland, lowly-ass Cleveland.
It just goes to show you how much a quarterback matters.
Yeah.
Their offense looked great. Jameis looked good.
I mean, who cares? It's the Browns.
I care.
Well,
God.
It's the NFL and trying to figure out the NFL. I mean,
listen, you want to figure out the NFL? The Rams are half a game out of first place.
See, now that's another great story.
Okay.
See, here's the Seahawks yesterday, right? The Seahawks at home, but Buffalo, who is probably a top 5 team in the NFL, goes cross-country, beats Seattle, while at the same time, Arizona goes to Miami and beats Miami. And before you know it, the Rams are sitting at 3-4. San Francisco beats a team in Dallas who's falling apart right now. I loved it last night. Brock Purdy makes under $1 million. Dak Prescott this year will make somewhere in the neighborhood of $80 million. $80 million. You have all your money wrapped up in your quarterback. But to think all of a sudden the entire division is 4-4, other than the Rams, who are 3-4.
Right.
And the Rams, listen, they are. Once you got Puka Nacua back and you got Cooper Kupp back, and then you will eventually get some offensive line help back, etc. And yeah, they caught a bit of a break, but there was no guarantee that Minnesota was going to do anything should the face mask penalty have been called in the end zone. But still, the Rams have gone from dead and done.
No, to right in the thick of things.
They are totally
perfectly
100% alive.
Getting healthy at the right time. Trade Cooper Kupp, my ass.
Yeah.
Keep Cooper Kupp here and try to win the damn division.
You can win this division.
Yes.
Because
it's not good.
No, you could win this division.
The Niners are hurt.
Right.
Now they're more hurt than you still
Yep.
in a lot of ways because their red zone, actually they scored from outside the red zone a number of times, but their red zone efficiency this year without Christian McCaffrey is pretty rancid, okay, by their standards.
Good word.
And thank you. And also applicable.
Yes, but not normally used frequently on the show. Rancid.
Right, but as opposed to stinks?
Yes, but good word.
But it's still the same word.
I understand.
Yeah. But so like they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, in a way that they haven't been vulnerable, you are now starting to get healthy at the right time. This is absolutely working out perfectly for the Rams as long as they can maintain health.
I would say this. Nobody really believed in the Seahawks. Not that they were going anywhere.
Yeah, they were an average team.
They're okay.
Yeah.
San Francisco, to your point, I mean, they haven't had Christian McCaffrey yet this year. Brandon Ayuk was out for a while, came back. Now he's hurt. He's
Cardinals
gone.
are an average team-ish.
I think the Cardinals are the one team that I'm actually kind of excited about what they might be.
Well, they can be good.
Yeah. And
like
so,
can be.
Right, but they're not yet.
No.
But the Rams at 3-4
right.
are one
awesome.
game back. Right?
Like this is you could not have asked for a better situation.
Right, I know. And you look around, listen, Washington as an example, right, in the NFC.
Dude, we were talking about the Rams tanking just a few weeks ago.
No, you were talking about that.
No, I said if they lost after the bye.
And you said against the Raiders.
The Raiders,
right.
that was that you had to take a hard, long look at that.
But they never would do it.
And by the way, there was real Cooper Kupp was on the podium before the Raider game talking about about trade possibilities, like openly discussing this.
Because there were reports out there that the Rams might consider moving on from Cooper Kupp.
And by the way, even this past week before the Vikings talking about it.
But once you get Cooper Kupp back and once you get Puka Nacua back.
We're back.
The Rams are, and by the way, the Rams are, quote unquote, the Rams are back. But the division isn't going anywhere.
No.
That's why they're back.
Yeah.
Because they're getting healthy and nobody has left them. But you look around the rest of the NFC, just as an example.
Yeah.
Do you think the Rams are better than Washington? Not right now. I don't think they are.
No, I think if the Rams played Washington right now, the Rams would beat Washington. If they're both healthy, give me the Rams.
I will say this. I think the thing about Washington, and you saw the way that the game ended yesterday against Chicago.
By the way, if you're Caleb Williams, you and I have talked about this numerous times. That coaching staff, this coaching staff stinks.
Well, listen,
okay, they stink. They're actually rancid was a better term for them.
If you're on the goal line and all of a sudden your new creative play is we've got a new William the Refrigerator Perry,
the backup center,
right? Are you for real?
Yeah.
You've got a guy who can do dynamic things at the quarterback position. You've got a running back that's already shown you the kind of running he can do.
Two of them.
All right, and you're going to give the ball to fat white guy?
Yeah.
From the goal line?
No,
the new refrigerator?
He's going to end up getting lucky because those guys are going to get canned at the end of the season.
Actually, Chicago being in a position to win that game yesterday against Washington, they had no business being in
it
that
was
position.
terrible.
Right? But Washington, you talk about the play of the weekend and maybe the play of the season so
my
far.
God. Insane.
And I love the defensive back from the Bears.
Tyreek Stevenson was talking trash to the Washington fans.
Bro, you're out on the field. How could you possibly even hear the fans?
Yeah.
Let alone be talking to them. And then for him to get involved in the play.
Right, and then tip it back.
And
remember Chris Berman and Tom Jackson when they used to do NFL primetime? What did they always used to say? Knock it down!
Yeah. Wait, you have the call of the game?
Yeah, let's play it here.
Let's hear it.
4 at the goal line. They bring 3. Daniels backing up. He's just going to have to let one fly. Goes to the right side. Steps away from the defenders. Gives himself some time. Now steps up, fires. Heads towards the end zone. It is
I can't make out anything they're saying, but it sounds like the touchdown happened.
The play-by-play guy, Bram Weinstein, he's like, wait, you guys didn't even let me call it.
Yeah.
Like, they just jumped on it.
Yeah, it's like, you got to give him a second to make the call.
Yeah. I love seeing the Bears fans in the end zone with their heads down, like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah. If you're Caleb, he was disgusted. And I don't blame him. I'd be pissed, too.
He was lucky. He and the Bears were lucky
to be back in the game.
They had the lead at the time.
Yeah.
What they should really be pissed about is
but
not
they,
just the Hail Mary.
Only, what it was, 22 seconds, 32 seconds on the clock?
But it wasn't just the Hail Mary. It was the play before the Hail Mary.
Oh, no, the 12-yard out.
Right.
That Eberflus, the head coach, said, oh, yeah, that play didn't matter. What do you mean?
Yeah.
If you don't convert that 13-yard play, he doesn't even get to the end zone.
Yeah.
Want to hear the Bears call of the play?
Yeah.
Sure. To the left, McLaren. And that's where Jaden Daniels is eyeballing. Jaden Daniels sifting back, being pressured. Jaden Daniels hemmed into the pocket, looking for blockers, looking for something. He's got plenty of time. Launches, deep pass into the area of the end zone. Tipped, and it's caught by Noah Brown. He was the tip man, and this place is now gone into bedlam mode.
Yeah, that's the right tone.
Yeah, there was also a reporter from a Washington, D.C. TV station, and he's in the stands right before the final play, and he's interviewing all these Commander fans.
Yeah.
And this one guy was like, man, we had this game. I'm going to feel like this was a win, man. I felt like we were winning this game. And then the play happens behind them, and the crowd starts going crazy, and the dude goes, I told you! I told you! It was great.
By the way, so do we have audio of the worm turning? I'm just curious. They stomped.
The worm has turned.
They stomped them.
So what?
That's what you're supposed to do to a bad team.
Hey, how about this? When you have a
When have the Raiders stomped anyone this year?
They went on the road and they beat Baltimore.
I mean, they played the Chiefs pretty hard.
They actually did play with heart.
Are they going to put up a banner for that?
They
We
should.
played the Chiefs
Yes,
hard.
we did. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'll
By
tell
the
you.
way, I love JT the Brick posting on his Twitter.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm locked in for the last 9 minutes of the game from the booth. And he's in there, and it's like, yeah. And then, of course, they get close enough to make you think, oh, they may have a shot. And then, of course, they fall flat on their face.
But you know, one thing about the Chargers and the Saints yesterday, the Saints start a quarterback who's a rookie, who's a fourth rounder.
Hayner
Okay?
from Fresno State.
No, not Hayner, the kid Rattler.
Oh, Rattler first, but Hayner came in
So
afterwards.
they start this kid who's a rookie, who's a fourth round pick. Then they go to Taysom Hill, who's a utility sort of quarterback, if you will. Then they bring in this kid. What's his name? Hayner? Is that his name?
Jake Hayner.
This is a kid who started his career at Washington, finished at Fresno State
With Jeff Tedford, yeah.
and he's a second-year player, also a fourth-round draft choice. So if you're the Saints, for all intent and purposes, you are in the exact same position that the Raiders were in. You have a former Raider coach in this guy, Dennis Allen. The second part of it is you got Derek Carr, man, but Derek Carr sitting on the sideline, man. He can't do anything, nothing he can do for you. And yet you've got 2 fourth-round quarterbacks that are in year 1 and year 2, and that's what you've got. And that's why you can't win games.
And you know who would be the last playoff team at the moment? The Los Angeles Chargers. The number 7 team in the AFC right now.
Well, the good news for me is that next week the Chargers will get smacked down by Jameis Winston.
Nah.
That's right.
No way.
Yes, sir.
No way.
Yes, sir.
What's the line on that game? We'll make a bet on that one. Nobody is what I would say. All right? So,
That's
Lindsay,
going to be a good game.
tell us how you celebrated after Jameis Winston ate the W.
Well, I did celebrate yesterday, and there is nothing sweeter than celebrating with your friends in Stella Rosa. Just like I did yesterday with a great flavor for fall, Stella Rosa Red Apple. I had that with some homemade pumpkin bread, and it was perfect for a day of football. So next time you shop before game day, head to your local retailer and grab a couple bottles of your favorite Stella Rosa wine. And get this, Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. All you have to do is head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa. Remember to celebrate responsibly. It must be 21 or older to enter.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your app store or Google.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. Choose an Amazon locker or counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to Amazon.com/PickupMVP. That's Amazon.com/PickupMVP.
Want more fun watching the NBA? Try playing Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. Points, rebounds, assists, and more. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. Right now, Sleeper has a special offer for NBA tip-off. New users who deposit $100 will receive a $200 bonus in site credit. Just use code 710, and your first deposit up to $100 will be tripled. That's code 710. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 800-426-2537 for help.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 40 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shield Guards RealFit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 void in Mississippi.
Gear up for game day with GNC. Just like your favorite college team prepares for their matchup each week, you can get ready to crush your fitness goals with GNC. Your coaches are in stores, ready to help you build muscle like a linebacker or slim down after a tough season. They have everything you need, including all the top brands, the new flavors you crave, the hottest protein, pre-workouts, creatine, and more to tackle your fitness goals. Don't wait for the final whistle. Fuel your fitness at GNC. Visit your local GNC or GNC.com today.
This is Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
Really? Oh, my B.
Yeah.
My B.
Your B.
On 710 ESPN.
Oh, come on. Hey, hey. Is it Luda's birthday? Is it this song? What happened?
What is that dance?
What are you doing there, Captain?
This is how I feel when I hear this song.
Oh, my God.
Then I go forward. Hey, hey. Then I go backwards.
2006, number one hit, Ludacris and Pharrell, Moneymaker.
Yeah. See, forward.
By the way, today's also National Immigrants Day, so immigrants help build this country, so I'm very happy to celebrate National Immigrants Day here. So, we're all immigrants in some way, shape, or form.
Thank you for wishing me a happy Immigrants Day.
Yeah,
I come from immigrants myself.
We
as a
all
matter of
are,
fact.
for the most part. Unless you're Native American, you are all an immigrant.
I am not Native American. I am not. But I am Native, just not Native American.
Now, you know that Brian Cohen is in today for Big D.
BC in the house.
Oh, yeah, baby.
You mean Young D?
And Young D.
We changed it, remember?
Oh, yeah. I mean.
DeMarco's Big D now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he took it. He took it right from him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
listen,
very
I wouldn't argue with him.
Yeah.
You know? What do you make of Cappy's dismissiveness of your Chargers, real quick, before we move on?
I think he knows the worm has turned. He's scared.
Oh, yeah. I'm scared.
He's scared. He's scared.
Okay, I'll tell you right now.
He doesn't want them to be good, you know?
Well, I don't want them to be good, number one.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on. Are you, really, hyped on yesterday's win over the Saints? Like,
Hey, a win's a win.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, a win is a win for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you lose to the Saints, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Like when the Raiders lost to the Panthers, that's really, really bad.
Yeah.
When the Jets, in fact, I don't even want to talk about this yet because it's gonna come up in a second.
Oh, my God, yeah.
But the Chargers did what they're supposed to do. You're at home. A team has to fly cross country. They have 2 fourth-round quarterbacks that are a first-year player and a second-year player.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you're beating up on. You're beating
it's
up
okay,
on.
but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat up on
You're
them.
supposed to beat up on the Dreck.
But he did say that he is a little bit worried about.
You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity lasts once in a lifetime.
Oh, next week, I hate the Cleveland Browns. I used to love the Cleveland Browns, but now they're my Browns. At least for this week, they're my Browns.
Yeah, good luck with that. So.
Thank you.
I will say
Thank
this
you for the good luck.
one more thing.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. One more thing before we move on, because we got to do our statement Sunday and then get back into the World Series. Because Alden Gonzalez, ESPN MLB reporter insider, will join us in a few moments from Yankee Stadium, I believe.
Nice.
So we'll talk to him. Latino guy, Cuban guy. Actually.
Hey, Latino Cuban.
Yeah,
that's my hermano.
See, real quick. So today I walk into the office, right? And I'm walking in. I'm coming over from the TV building. I came over here. And Alex, our
Did
friend,
you have horn today?
the security guard. No horn today.
No horn?
I thought you said porn for a
No.
second. I was like, whoa.
Did you have porn today?
I'm like, I did not.
You didn't have
No,
porn today?
horn. That's what we call it in the industry,
It
right?
just, I was like, wait, what did she say?
She said, did you have porn today? Did you
So-
watch porn today?
So
did you perform porn today? I mean,
neither.
No porn. No
Neither.
horn. No horn. No porn.
Just no horn either.
No horn either. As a matter of
NBA
fact.
today?
NBA today.
NBA today?
Today.
You had to talk about the Dwayne Wade statue?
I did,
What
actually.
the hell was that?
Wait.
It's not great.
No,
and by the
it's
way,
terrible.
it's the same guy who built the Kobe ones and the Jordan one in Chicago.
Well, somebody must have given him the wrong face.
Yeah.
You know what Dwayne Wade said?
Like, that's crazy. I can't believe that. Who is that guy?
It was wild. Like, I couldn't believe it. The top part of his head is fine. It's the bottom. It looks old and much whiter,
The best is
jawline.
all the memes that they put like that face on, like when he's got like the alley oop to LeBron.
I couldn't
and like
remember-
his trophy pictures.
I couldn't put the name to the face, but there's a boxer, and I still can't get the name out. It looked
Bernard
like
Hopkins?
Yes, I think it was Bernard Hopkins. It looked like Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah.
It did not look like Dwayne Wade at all.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
You know?
But listen, if Dwayne loves it, I like it. You know what I'm saying?
It
That's
would
how
have
I
been
look
better
at
if they would have put Shaq's face on Dwayne Wade's body and on his statue, and then Shaq would have been like, "Look at me, look how cool I look. Hey, Chuck, you see my new statue?" Like, that would have been cool. That would have been funny.
That would not have been funny.
Yes, it would have been funny.
So anyway, real quick,
Yeah.
Alex, the security guard, when I
Alex,
walk into the building from the
that's
TV
the man.
building,
Yeah.
he's the man, says to me, "Hey, bro,
Yeah.
you don't have to talk about the Raiders anymore, bro." And then it's funny because when I get into the Sedano Kap Circle of Trust today, I see from 805 Raider 1 says, "Why waste any time talking about the Raiders? There are way more important things going on. Just replay any of the Raiders segments from the last couple weeks. There's nothing new to report." To which Pepe, not that Pepe, another Pepe, just win maybe, says, "For real, Sedano, move on."
Yeah, see, they get pissed now. See,
Yeah.
Raider fans want us to talk about the Raiders before the season.
Yeah.
Then 7 weeks into the
They're like,
season,
"Don't talk
please
about the
stop.
Raiders."
Just please stop.
I get it.
It hurts.
So he responded, "You're right. None of us want to talk about how bad and disappointing the season has been. We want to move on to more enjoyable things like the Lakers, the Dodgers, LAFC, anything but the Raiders."
Yeah, I know, man. Raider fans, listen, this past weekend against the Chiefs, the thing is I wanted to take the Raiders. I really wanted to believe
they
that the
covered.
Raiders. Yeah, but I wanted to believe that the Raiders could upset the
Lindsay
Chiefs.
took them as their 5.
Wow.
Well, because of the points, and they were close. It was half a point.
Oh, I mean, right, but that
so mad.
late touchdown cover.
I know.
saved
I was
you.
so mad.
I really wanted to.
No,
see
you
the
shouldn't be mad.
Raiders-
You should be happy.
Right,
because
that's
it
how it
helped you.
covered.
Oh wait, so they did. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought they had to lose by 7.
No, 9.5 was the.
Oh,
was
I
the
thought it was
spread.
6.5.
No.
Some of the
Okay.
lines were so big this week. I've been betting against the Carolina Panthers every week for the last 3 weeks, and this past weekend, Denver was like a 10.5 point favorite.
That's the only one I think. No, I lost that one, and I only bet it as a 1. I took the Raiders. No, I didn't lose it because I took the Raiders. The one I think I pushed on the Washington one because we did that game because it was 3, right?
I think so.
No, but it might have been the Bears, so I probably lost. That's the one I lost, I think. But anyway.
Where were we?
We'll
Raiders.
discuss that on Thursday.
Well, the thing about the Raiders is this.
They stink.
I wanted to see the Raiders rise up. They were talking. That the last time the Chiefs had lost a game, it's been 13 straight games that the Chiefs have won.
Yeah.
And the last time they lost was to the Raiders.
Right. No, JT said it when he was here the other day. What's he going to say now?
Yeah. And I was like, come on, Raiders. Because I will tell you this. I think the Raiders are better without Devontae Adams, and I think the Jets are worse with Devontae Adams.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is no longer a great quarterback. I mean, that seems fairly obvious.
It does, which is going to lead me.
You let that week 2 kind of
Yes,
get you
it
that
kinda
one
got me.
week.
Well,
that 1 week.
and then
got
they've
you.
lost 5 straight games.
I mean, they've lost every game since Robert Saleh left. And by the way, giving up more points every game than whatever he averaged prior to that.
Yeah,
on defense.
So clearly he was the problem. I want to say in terms of a Sunday statement that was made this past weekend.
Was it the Patriots?
It was the Patriots.
Okay, the Pats?
Because here's the thing about the Patriots. You got a kid like Drake May who's all of a sudden playing, right? Drake May sat and waited and watched.
And then got, unfortunately, hit pretty bad.
And then, it's interesting because Rod Mayo, the coach of the Patriots, said, if I were Drake May, I'd be thanking Jacoby Brissett
For taking all
the
hits.
beatings.
Yeah.
And it turns out Drake May is like a 22-year-old kid. He's super young.
Yeah.
He's still really skinny. To me, I think of him as a skinny Josh Allen. He can move. He can run. He knows when to take off with the ball. He places the ball really well. Drake May is an up-and-coming, young, one of these top-round pick kind of future stars, or at least I think. He got hit yesterday, and it didn't look that bad, but then you saw it again. It was helmet to helmet. He left with a concussion. You talk about making a statement. Here were the Jets. They fired their coach. They fired their offensive coordinator. They virtually handed off their team to Aaron Rodgers. They went out and got the next guy that he wanted, Devontae Adams. Last week, do you know this, George, that Devontae Adams, in his first week with the Jets, was so upset with the way they lost the game last week that he spoke in front of the whole team about their lack of energy and how they weren't on.
Dude, you just got here 5 minutes ago.
I'd be like, bro, I've been here through training camp. I worked my ass off. You just showed up. And by the way, you didn't come from the Chiefs. You came from the Raiders, bro.
Right.
And you're going to show up and talk like that to all of us?
Yeah. And by the way, your last year with Aaron in Green Bay, did they even make the playoffs? I think that was the year they missed, right?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I think Devontae Adams has already created a problem for the Jets, and I'm here for it, right? Like, I am here to watch Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and the entire Jets organization
implode,
just crumble to the ground.
100%.
Just for
Yeah,
entertainment
I've been in the
purposes.
darkness.
Yeah.
You got to go in there.
Oh, you got to go
Make
into the
peace with
darkness.
it.
You got to make peace.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, seriously.
And
you know
this-
what? No, you should do? Turn on the lights because the party's over.
The statement that was made this weekend, at least
like
for
that?
me, I did very much so. Very witty.
Yeah.
Very, very witty guy.
It's a great inside joke.
I would say this. The statement that was made for me this weekend, because I haven't had a chance to do it since week 1.
Yeah.
My New England Patriots, my offensive coordinator, Alex Van Pelt, my 2 quarterbacks, Drake May and Jacoby Brissett, and a victory over the imploding New York Jetropolitans.
Congrats, AVP. Uncle Al.
Congrats, AVP.
You got a Sunday statement?
I do have a Sunday statement, and to me, Cappy, I got to be honest with you. This is going to sound ridiculous and sound like I'm also pouring on a little bit, but it's the Chiefs because they're not even like playing well.
No, offensively they're horrible,
and they're still just winning.
And Patrick Mahomes' numbers are the worst of his career
every week. So, like, I feel like that's like a layup, but it's like I still feel like every week at some point it's like, oh, they got to lose at some point because they're just playing so bad. And their defense is so good.
That's the key.
They know how to win. And in the late moments, they know how to win. So, to me, it's the Chiefs continuing to win. Surprising. I would say if I had like another one, Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
Just destroying Seattle on the road. You know what I mean? Which is hard.
I'd even add one more, which is Detroit. Not because Tennessee's any good.
Right, but they
just
smashed
keep
them.
pounding on people.
It was over early.
Just listen to this about the Chiefs. They're a very average football team, and yet they're unbeaten.
Yeah.
Passing yards so far this year? 15th.
Wow.
Completion percentage? 8th. Touchdowns? 16th.
Yeah.
Interceptions first with 9 interceptions.
There it is. Yeah.
Bad offensive football team right now.
Cappy, bad situations for some fathers out there, but tell them about real fathers' rights.
Oh, this
before we get to the Dodgers.
This could fix a lot of problems for you. Listen, guys, I've been very honest about my divorce, and the reason is because I know this. When I was going through divorce, I was embarrassed. I was financially fearful. I was worried about what was going to happen with my kids, and I was in that mode, that mindset where I don't think I can go through this. And by the way, it's what kept me in this thing for a really long time. And I know you guys are out there, and a lot of you guys are feeling the same way. And I'm here to tell you that life will get better. I promise you, life will get better. But you got to have the right team to help you navigate the family court system. That's Mark Real and his entire team at Real Fathers Rights. They are here to help you. Now, when I say Real Fathers Rights, REEL, that's his last name. Let's get real with Real Fathers Rights. They are experts in navigating the family court system. They are going to make sure that you get that happiness and the justice that you deserve. So here's what I want you to do. Visit their website, realfathersrights.com/710. REEL, realfathersrights.com/710. Here's a phone number for you. I'll do it slow. 323-870-1611. 323-870-1611. So frequently, the family court systems seem to favor the ladies. No offense, ladies. But this is Real Fathers' Rights. They are the fathers' rights attorneys.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Whether you need a big stop late in the game.
Edwards downloaded DiVincenzo. Blocked by Davis again. Another block for Anthony Davis. Here's Reeves. Lay it up and in.
A 3-ball from downtown.
Davis for 3. Good! Anthony Davis!
Or a power slam in the paint.
LeBron down the middle. Alley-oop! AD for the dunk.
AD is doing it all this season.
We're going to empower him as much as he wants to be empowered. If he wants to be first team All-NBA and he wants to be in the MVP conversation all year long, we're going to empower him to do that.
You know, for me, I'm just trying to be aggressive and do what I have to do to help the team win. You know, Jay want me to be the hub, and, you know, but my job remains the same, to come out and be aggressive and let the team feed off of that.
LeBron's got it. Full head of steam. LeBron to AD. Slam dunk.
Catch every thrill from AD in the Lake Show this season.
Right here on 710 ESPN.
Hey everyone, this is Ramona Shelburne. Here's something I learned firsthand. A lot of ERs don't have pediatric specialists. But did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles is the go-to for complex cases? When my older son Daniel had a scary fall and later developed Bell's palsy, we took him to the local ER. But they didn't have a pediatric specialist, so they called Children's Hospital Los Angeles for guidance. Their expertise isn't just in-house, it's a resource for the whole community. When it comes to kids' emergencies, CHLA is the MVP that other hospitals turn to.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
710 ESPN.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Take it away, Linz.
Thanks, Sedano. Cappy, I'm reminding you now, this is what you need to know, that daylight savings time ends at 2 a.m. local time, Sunday, November 3rd. You said you always forget about it.
So it's next weekend.
You never know until a day ahead of time, so
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you've got 1 week.
I'm so glad you're telling me
I
that
know.
because Sunday, November 3rd is my daughter's 18th birthday. I will be visiting her for the
Wait,
first time.
so she has to wait an extra hour, right? Or does she turn 18 an hour earlier? No, because it'll be midnight.
We're rolling it back.
Okay.
We're
so it'll be an hour earlier, right?
I don't know. All I know is this: is that
No. So what happens is it happens at like 2 a.m.
You're right. It's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So she'll
it'll
already
be her
18
birthday
either
no
way.
matter what.
So
Okay.
I'm going to go to Cal Poly Slow this weekend. So I'm just giving everybody in San Luis an update. You're going to feel my vibration on Friday afternoon when I show up, okay? And then Saturday, I'm going to my first Cal Poly Slow football game.
You going to a party afterwards?
Well, she told me, she goes, Dad, I don't know if it's going to be so lit here. And I said, why won't it be lit? She goes, well, I think some of the frats are going to throw. And I'm like, I'm sure frats will throw. No doubt about it. They're going to throw. They're frats, right? But she just came back from Boulder this past weekend where she went to Colorado to visit her BFF.
Coach Prime, bowl eligible.
And she went to the game. And she said, oh, my God, Colorado is like the craziest party school you've ever been to. So she's like, I just don't know. It could be a little anticlimactic. I'm like, listen, you tell those frats up at Cal Poly Slow, A, it's your 18th birthday, and B, your dad's coming. It's time to throw down. So everybody bring your A game.
So that's really what you need to know. Is it Parents' Weekend?
It's Parents' Weekend. And let me tell you something really quickly. I had to make a decision. I told you guys this a couple weeks ago. On this hand is FOMO. On this hand is YOLO. You understand? FOMO, YOLO.
You got to go to Parents' Weekend for your daughter's 18th birthday.
Right.
Yeah,
and
100%.
And let me tell you something. I miss my daughter desperately, and I really want to go. But you know what I really don't want to do?
Yeah.
Is miss the Breeders' Cup down at Del Mar.
Oh.
Especially when I've got a horse running in the Breeders' Cup that has a legitimate chance to win. We're going to wind up winning the Breeders' Cup.
What's the name of the horse?
Raging Torrent.
Oh.
And we're going to wind up winning, and my whole group is going to be in the winner's circle, and I'm not going to be there. But, you see, then you got the YOLO. YOLO, you only live once. She's going to remember forever that Dad showed up for her 18th birthday. And I'm going to remember forever that I wasn't there for the Breeders' Cup.
You must be a really cool dad because I know the last person that I would want to be around or the last people on my 18th birthday were my parents.
Yeah, I think in her case, I think what she's thinking is okay, Dad, get up here and pay for everything.
Oh, yeah,
You know
that
what
makes
I mean?
sense.
Like take me and my friends out for dinner. Yeah. We want to go to some of the nice restaurants we don't normally go to.
And then they'll be like, bye, Dad.
Yeah, and then like Sunday, it's like, hey, birthday brunch. It's like, all right, get out of here.
See ya.
Yeah.
They'll be like, Dad, we're going to go to the clubs now.
You know, I was going to drive up to Cal Poly Slow, and Rachel convinced me that I'm wasting a ton of time in the car, and so she booked flights for me.
Oh, did she book Spirit?
Not Spirit, Alaska.
Oh, Alaska's great.
Yeah. Alaska is great.
Big fan of Alaska.
Just flew Alaska recently.
I like Alaska, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, where were we?
That is what you need to know. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. So Alden Gonzalez, we had to move until 4:30 because he's doing work, actual work.
He's actually at Yankee Stadium
at Yankee
working?
Stadium.
Really?
Yeah. So we're going to talk to him at 4:30. In the interim, Cappy, let's talk a little Dodgers here. Who's been the unsung hero, you think, for the Dodgers? Teoscar Hernandez is obviously in that conversation. There's probably a number of guys, but is there anyone that you've seen that you said to yourself, man, this guy's playing well above the expectations I had perceived going into it?
I will say this. Going into the World Series, we all made predictions. I predicted the Dodgers to win in 7.
Yeah.
I actually think they'll win in probably 5 or 6, to be honest with
Perhaps
you now.
now 6, yeah.
I'd hope it would be in 6 because I'd much rather see them win at home than to see them win on the road.
I mean, winning is winning, but yes, I agree.
But we were asked, who would you pick for MVP? Who did you pick for MVP?
I picked Ohtani going into it. Might look pretty tough right now.
Right. So not exactly going
Freddie's
out.
easy the guy in the club and the leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah, but Ohtani not going out on a limb because, we expect Ohtani to be great, right? I picked Max Muncy as my MVP.
Uh-huh.
What were the odds on that?
Well, the reason I picked Max Muncy is, and you'll appreciate this, you know what Max Muncy is?
Heart and soul.
He's a heart and soul guy.
Yeah.
Right. And I love the heart and soul guys.
You do.
Right?
He's not a local guy.
Right. I know, but he is a heart and soul guy. So you have to. So heart and
The
soul
best
makes
is when
up.
you have a heart and soul and a local
Right.
guy.
If you're a local heart and soul guy, forget about it. You're
exactly.
just a superstar.
Yeah.
So I picked Max Muncy mostly because Max Muncy, through the NLCS in particular, always found a way to get himself on base.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, you know what? Listen, we know Ohtani and Mookie, and in some ways Teoscar didn't really know about Freddie going into the World Series. So I picked Max Muncy because, again, he's a heart and soul guy.
Right.
The guy to me, and this may sound obvious now, but the guy to me that is the absolute difference maker on this team,
Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman.
Yeah.
I thought about picking him for the MVP of the World Series, but I was like, he just won the NLCS MVP. It's going to come off as sounding obvious.
Right.
Right? But on the other hand, you picked Ohtani. I should have just picked him.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just thought. I mean, first of all, I didn't think Ohtani was going to, bust his shoulder. But we'll see how well he plays despite that.
But Tommy Edman is such an interesting story to me.
Yeah.
To be a guy that when you traded for him, he was, make no mistake, he was damaged goods.
Yeah.
For him to then get healthy, and then the Dodgers to need him, hey, we need you in center field. Okay, I'll play center field. Hey, we need you at shortstop. No problem. I can play shortstop.
Yeah.
Now we need to put you into the 4 hole in the batting order.
Right.
Wait a second. I'm not 6'5", 240.
Yeah.
You know, I don't hit bomb home runs.
Yeah.
But then you put him in that number 4 slot, and he does hit a home run here and there.
Yeah.
He does come up with clutch hits.
Yeah.
Tommy Edman is an incredible story, and that's one that Andrew Friedman will say to guys like me, see, that's why I'm so smart. Dumbass.
He is smart.
Yep.
Should be listening to Sedano.
Dumbass.
Right.
Dumbass.
See, I'm the smart guy, dummy.
Right.
So for me, Tommy Edman, what about for you?
As far as like I'd said Teoscar Hernandez is one of the guys that I would consider in that conversation. He's not a heart and soul guy, but I mean, it is still pretty apropos if Freddie Freeman ended up being the MVP of this team. All things considered that he's dealt with, right? Injury, the stuff with his child. And, he's from Fountain Valley where we play pickleball, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
And Frederick Sr.
Right.
You
Big
got
Fred.
You got Big Freddie.
Yeah.
Right. You got when your dad's name is Fred and your name is also Fred, that dad is always Big Fred.
Right.
I had one of my buddies in college and his name was Sean.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay.
Well,
and then
Big Sean.
Well, it turns out that his real name was Frederick.
Right.
And we're like, why do you call yourself
Middle
Sean?
name?
And he goes, well, because my dad's name is Fred.
Right.
So wait, so that's Big Freddie and you're Little Freddie?
I used to also have a friend who used to have dogs that were all Fred.
Every dog.
It was all black labs. They were all Fred.
How many dogs do you have?
There were at least 3 or 4 Freds.
At
Like
one
at
time?
the same time?
No.
One
like-
Fred would die, the next Fred would show up.
Right.
I know
there'd be a
people
new
who do
Fred.
that.
Yeah.
Like Fred the first, Fred the second.
Right.
Fred
There'd
Ju-
be
you know.
there were like 3 or 4
Yeah.
Freds.
Really? Freddie Deuce?
Yeah.
So I remember we grew up across the street from each other. So I remember when I was a little kid, they had Fred. And then Fred grew up. And then all of a sudden there was a smaller Fred. And I was like, oh, did the other Fred pass away? And they're like, yeah, it's just new Fred. And then there was at least 3 Freds. Maybe a 4th if I recall correctly.
I think people who are like super attached to their dogs, most dog owners are, when your dog dies, if you just named your next dog the exact same breed, the same name, I think you'd be over it a lot faster.
Yeah.
I
mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the psychology of it.
I don't know.
I'll
but
ask my therapist.
But ask your friend.
They do that. They do that with, like Beto was saying, the mascots, like Ugga.
Yeah, there's
The
Ugga
Georgia
the
Bulldog.
5th,
Yeah.
Ugga the 7th, or
Yeah.
whatever
It's
it
always
is.
the
Yeah,
same.
at Georgia. Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing there's more than one Bevo at Texas.
What
the
about
cow,
what
the
about
bull, or whatever?
Unless
it is.
he's like 150 years old,
Yeah.
Well, listen, Freddie Freeman, as of today,
Fountain Valley Zone.
2 games in.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman is today by far and away
the MVP.
The MVP. It's not even close.
Yeah.
And it was the Grand Slam was obvious,
Yeah.
which was incredible.
Yeah.
But then to come back in game 2 and hit another bomb.
Yeah.
He did it again.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
you like Joe Davis's call?
I did like
the throwback to Vin Scully,
which
yeah.
I thought was like
she's gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said, did that happen naturally, or was that premeditated? But
I'm sure he thought about if there's a game-winning moment, maybe like he could weave it in as a tip to Vin. I mean, he took over for Vin, obviously, to an immense amount of pressure and has done a fantastic job. And then I would say, sorry, I'm trying to plug in my headphones here.
Right.
There we go. And then, so I'm sure maybe there was a little bit like in the back of my mind, if the right moment comes, I may dust this one off.
You say you have the call from Freddie Freeman's Grand Slam,
Yes.
Lindsay. I should have asked you for this before the show, but what would be cool is to hear Vin call.
Let's do that at the other side if
Yeah.
she can find it.
Right.
Let's do that. But first, tell us about your boy Avner Gatt. How about that? And then I want to do that, and I want to talk about the Lakers, who are 3-0, by the way.
Right.
Your Los Angeles Lakers. Our guy J.J. Redick looking pretty good so far.
He does look good, and
Yeah.
as long as J.J. Redick and the Lakers win, it's going to be fun because J.J. can be the smartest guy in the room, and you'll all accept it. If they start to lose and he gives you that I'm smarter than you Duke routine that he does, then you're not going to like it so much.
Here we go.
Then you're not going to like it.
always-
For now, he's good. For now,
I mean,
he's
listen,
good.
you always got to find the other side.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
Hey, let me talk about Avner
Avner Gatt, he's good.
He's really good. Here's the thing. I got a message today from this guy who's that branch manager at a Chase Bank. I got to remember the gentleman's name. His name is Ray. And so Ray sends me a message on Instagram. He goes, "Hey, Cappy, thanks for giving me a shout out on the radio last week. I'm Ray from the Chase Bank, and I met Avner Gatt last week at his office. You're right. I called the number on the billboard. He picked up right away, and he says, you and Sedano are the best. I just want to say one thing. Hello. Well, thanks, Ray. We appreciate you listening, man. And so I don't exactly know what Ray's deal is, but Ray wasn't calling because he had a flood. Ray wasn't calling because he had a fire. Ray wasn't calling because he had a theft in his house and he needed to call his homeowner's insurance company. Ray was reaching out because he's a smart guy, because he's a business relationship banker, and he's prospecting new business. So I give you a lot of credit, Ray. That was a smart move. But let's talk to everybody that needs Avner Gatt for another reason. For example, I just had a buddy of mine call me the other day. He said, hey, what's that guy's name that you talk about on the radio all the time? I said, Avner Gatt. He said, yeah. I go, why? What's up? He goes, I came home from a weekend away, and I've got this massive flood in my house, and now there's all this damage that's done. I need to call my homeowner's insurance company, but I've heard you say it a million times on the radio. Don't call your homeowner's insurance company. Don't attempt to negotiate with them. This friend of mine happens to be a principal in a high school. Bro, you're a principal. You are not a professional negotiator when it comes to dealing with the homeowner's insurance companies. Avner Gatt is. He's been at it for 20 plus years. He's got a full team of people behind him. He has the relationships in the industry to work with these folks. So I'm here to tell you this. Do not call your homeowner's insurance company if you have an emergency, a fire, a flood, a theft, a tree falls, earthquake damage, whatever the case may be. You call Avner Gatt. 818-917-5256. Because Avner, as a public adjuster, is going to get you the money that you need, not the money that the insurance company proposes to give to you. 818-917-5256. His website is avnergatt.com, AVNERGAT, avnergatt.com. You call, he answers. You'll know it's Avner when you hear that famous phrase, hello.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
1877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
You've seen him on the roast of Tom Brady, and you've heard him host the #1 podcast in the world, Kill Tony. Now see Tony Hinchcliffe perform stand-up comedy live at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, Saturday, November 16th. The man behind millions of views worldwide and countless sold-out shows brings his stand-up set to you. Critics call him a must-see. Don't miss this stand-up comedian, writer, podcast host, and professional wordsmith, Tony Hinchcliffe. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And you know, when DeMarco serves up a best of, you know it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs Weekend Getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
It's time to get ready, Los Angeles. Come to Dick's Sporting Goods to celebrate and get ready with new Dodgers championship gear. Shop our huge selection of Dodgers tees, hats, and hoodies for the whole family, and make sure everyone is ready for the final series. Select stores will be open late and early next day following a series clinch. Get to Dick's Sporting Goods now for the best selection, or shop online at Dicks.com. Every championship season starts at Dick's.
Looking for courtside experience at the comfort of your home? Follow The Lake Show on Instagram. Experience highlights with angles straight from the floor. See your favorite players flex their personalities. Find out what happens behind the scenes through Instagram stories and learn the ins and outs of Lakers basketball. Stay locked in all season long. Tap into Lakers on Instagram now. Let's go, Lake Show.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installation with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
This is Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
Walks around like a little puppy dog.
On 710 ESPN.
Raindrops, drop top.
Oh, drop top, Cappy. Come on now. Come on, Cap.
We came from nothing to something.
Hey, even nothing to something.
See?
Bad and bougie, man. Migos, rest in peace to one of the Migos.
R.I.P. Not all of the Migos. Only
No,
one
just
of them.
one.
One of the Migos. Well, rest in peace, Migo.
Correct.
You know, let's not pluralize
Well, I
it.
said one of the Migos.
You know, well, yeah, but rest in peace, Migo.
Happy, do you know which one of the Migos passed away?
Is it the one that sang Stir Fry?
What?
What? Stir Fry, you know.
Takeoff was the guy who passed away.
Takeoff died?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Migo.
See.
Stir Fry, Lindsay.
What's stir fry?
Come on, girl.
What is stir fry? Do I not know what stir fry? I don't know. what
Stir
that-
Fry is like one of the Migos' biggest hits.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It goes like this. Yo, what up? Take some broccoli.
Oh, stop.
Carrots. Yeah. Some rice. Chicken all up in it. Stir fry.
They do have a song called Stir
Fry.
But it doesn't say anything about broccoli. I don't
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Is this Stir Fry?
It's this song
this
right
is
here.
it. This is Stir Fry right here. Let me hear this song. Yeah, listen, you're going to hear it. The first line is like chicken, broccoli, carrots,
Is that what you put in
and
your
rice.
stir fry?
Put it in a wok and let's stir fry. Let's stir fry. Let's stir fry. And each Migo says it, I think is what happened. I'm just about sure that's
Wait, now
how it
you just
goes.
have to sing that while doing that dance you did earlier.
Let me tell you, Cappy, that was not terrible. It was terrible, but also hilariously terrible, which is even better, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They do talk about a vegetable in this song. I think it's like they say someone's got an onion booty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. So I do know that.
Oh, man.
In that song. But anyway, all right, Cappy.
Hey, so right before the break, we were talking about Freddie
Joe
Freeman.
Davis's call.
Right. So
Yeah.
Joe Davis's call.
A little tip of the cap to Vin Scully.
Very much an homage to Vin Scully. You know, she's out of here kind of thing.
She's
right?
gone.
She's gone.
Yeah.
So now, Lindsay, what did you find here?
So Parker came in and said that the social media team spliced together Joe Davis's call with Vin Scully's call together.
Oh, wow.
So we got them like together, kind of like, here it's all synced up.
Because you know, a lot of the social media has
Had a
the
side by
Kirk
side.
Gibson here and the Freddie here. Yeah.
Right, so they mashed it up, is what you're saying?
Yep.
All right, well, let's take a
Here's
listen.
what it sounds like.
Martinez delivers.
Oh, this is bad for radio.
Now, you know, people.
Wait, what about Vin? Does Vin?
I guess that's
say-
kind of
No, that's the one that he told me that they had. That you
Yeah.
hid the mashup. Sorry.
So, you know, for people that.
No, I know, but I'm saying like Vin let it breathe more, and then
Right.
he tagged
Right,
the
yeah.
end of the call, so that's why.
But you
That's
know-
why I thought there was more there.
But I will just say
That's all
this.
I had.
You know how people sometimes complain that, like, okay, here's Joe Davis, right? And he's the Dodgers broadcaster, but then he's also the national guy on Fox, right?
Right.
So, like, if you're the
well,
Yankees,
like Vin was the national guy on NBC when he was the Dodgers guy
right?
back
but,
then.
but like, if you're a Yankee fan, it just as I can tell you, Padre fans, you complain. You automatically complain.
Yeah.
You know, oh my God, it's so biased. The whole broadcast is so biased.
So
right?
let's hear Vin in '88 real quick.
That really started me in the direction of broadcasting. And I was
don't think that's it.
Yeah, that's not it.
No.
No.
What it says.
Now is at the plate. High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing call. But the thing is that now, if you're like, at least if you don't have a dog in the fight, again,
Yeah.
if you're not a Dodger fan, you're not a Yankee fan, and you hear Joe Davis do that call,
Right, and
at
let's
least
hear the
there's
Joe
history.
call.
Yeah.
Let's hear the Joe call now, real quick. We have that, right?
Yes, hang on one second. I had to rearrange my hotkeys here. Hang on. 1 second.
But it's cool that he knows the history. You know what
Of
I mean?
course.
You know,
You gotta know the
Yankee
history.
fans may not appreciate it so much.
Right.
But
Cortez delivers. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone. Gibby, meet Freddie. Game 1 of the World Series.
Yeah, I thought he nailed it.
Yeah, it's a good call.
I thought he nailed it.
That's a good call.
It was awesome.
But again, she's gone.
Yeah, of
You know,
course. And even Gibby meet Freddie.
Yeah, the she's gone part, people right away picked up on the Vin thing.
Yeah.
I thought Hall & Oates immediately, you know what I mean? She's gone, oh, why?
You should stick to Migos and stir fry.
I gotta learn
I
how
know
to
that song,
take
yeah.
it, she's gone,
I think you need to go back to stir fry.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so?
That was
Stir
more-
fry? is
You were
more-
better with
a
stir
little,
fry.
little more in my range.
I thought so.
You know? Yeah.
All right. I will say this, man.
Okay, say it.
J.J. Redick and the Lakers have been really impressive through 3 games.
Very impressive.
Really impressive through 3 games. That Phoenix game did not start off great.
What, were they down like 22 or something?
Phoenix they couldn't miss to start that game. And look, it's a long game, right? But still, when somebody bombards you like that, you got to have the mindset, hey, we got to chip away, we got to chip away, we got to chip away. And they did, and they've won the first 3 games. They look really good. They look good offensively. AD's been great. LeBron was fantastic in this last game. I thought Rui played really well. And they just look ultra prepared for everything that gets thrown at them. Because, again, when you get bombarded like that at the beginning of a game, particularly the Phoenix one, and I know they ended up pulling away against Sacramento too, but the Phoenix one, that's 3 guys that are probably going to be in the Hall of Fame, right, going at you.
Mm-hmm.
And try to take the knockout punch quickly. And you were able to withstand that. That is really impressive what they've done through 3 games.
So for me, I think, again, it's only 3 games. And if I'm being honest, I haven't watched every minute of every game. But here's what I would say that is the most impressive part of J.J. Redick's Lakers versus Darvin Ham's Lakers. And that's going to be the comparison.
The start?
Not just the 3-0 start. It's the way he's using his roster.
Yeah.
So I felt like Darvin Ham was sort of steamrolled by LeBron. And by the way, it may not have been LeBron intentionally doing it. I don't really know. I wasn't in the locker room. But I feel like Darvin Ham sort of yielded to LeBron and sort of relied on LeBron and AD.
No, JJ is kind of influencing where they go.
And I think, JJ, when you look, for example, at that Phoenix game, I'll use that as an example rather than the Sacramento game, but you just look at how deep he goes into the bench, right? And how many minutes guys are playing as he's probably trying to figure out what exactly are we doing here, and who can play and who can't play. And I saw one of the post-game speeches where JJ's in front of the team, and I feel like everybody understands he's now our coach. He's earned our trust
He's the
thus
guy.
far.
Yeah.
He spent the whole offseason with everybody not named LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
And he created bonds and relationships with those guys.
Right.
And
it's paying off.
It is.
Yep.
And listen, I think, and it's 3 games in.
Yeah.
This is maybe going out a little too far. Maybe it's ridiculous. I think he's going to be a great coach.
Yeah, I felt that way from the beginning. So I think we'll see how it goes the rest of the way. You'll be judged on the postseason if you get there and how it looks then. But we have a long way to go, but a good start for sure. All right, Alden Gonzalez, ESPN MLB reporter insider, will join us to talk Dodgers from Yankee Stadium in a moment. But first, parents, I know taking your kids to the dentist isn't easy, man. It's tough. They don't want to go. I get it. Choosing a dentist can be challenging, someone your kid can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. I got the solution for you. It's Children's Dental Fun Zone. Let me tell you about my friends at Children's Dental Fun Zone. First of all, you walk into any of their 18 locations. your kid's going to be like, did we just walk into a kids movie? Where are we? 18 locations across the Southland to choose from. They got you covered in L.A. County, Orange County, the IE, Oxnard. Yep, they got you covered in Oxnard. Get out there if you're in Oxnard. Yep, stand up, 805. And again, at Children's Dental Fun Zone, they specialize in children's dentistry and orthodontics with state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your kids deserve. At Children's Dental Fun Zone, here's how they put fun in the name. First of all, they take care of your kids, okay? Here's how they do it. Every station has a big screen TV with a kids movie playing on it. The movie basically your kid's choice, all right? So you can do that. They got iPads for the kids, toys for the kids in the waiting area, and for parents, they accept Medi-Cal, PPO, and HMO insurance plans. I'm telling you, when your kids go to Children's Dental Fun Zone after their first visit, they're going to be like, Mom, Dad, when are we coming back to Children's Dental Fun Zone? Words you never thought you'd hear about the dentist. So to book your child's first or next appointment to Children's Dental Fun Zone, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com, or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Every thrill of the Lake Show happens here.
Down low, Anthony Davis jumps the pass. Picked up by Reeves. Reeves into the front court. Reeves to LeBron. Slam dunk.
710 ESPN.
How do you like them apples?
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. Choose an Amazon locker or counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and if you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a great cash offer with no need for repairs. They buy it as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close within days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving costs and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
This is Sedano and Cap for your afternoon drive.
Really? You haven't? Oh, my B.
Yeah.
My B.
Your B.
On 710 ESPN.
All right, we'll talk some Dodgers here with our buddy Alden Gonzalez, ESPN MLB insider reporter. Real quick, though, we were just talking about the Joe Davis call and whatnot and how Yankee fans are belly aching about that. My buddy Greg Badavinak tweets me and says, us Kings fans here in LA had the same gripe about Doc Emmerich during the 2012 Stanley Cup Finals. So because he was the Devils broadcaster as well.
Well, it's like Boog Shambi comes on the radio and he goes, "Hey, sorry, the national guys are now taking over."
Right,
which
we
means
hate all
your team.
we hate all your teams.
Right.
We hate them both. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I love it.
We got to put Boog on the air this week.
We do. We do need to get him at some point. But Alden Gonzalez, kind enough to join us. My Cuban primo, my cousin, joining us now. Alden, thank you so much for taking the time, brother. I know you're busy out there. All right, so what do we know? I know it looks like Ohtani's going to play, but just what do we know about what he's been through over the last couple of days?
Yeah, a lot of treatment, popping that shoulder back into place. He did some hitting. Dave Roberts said he hit a ball 102 miles per hour off a batting tee. That sounds pretty impressive to me. I think it's a good thing that it's his back shoulder when he hits, not his front shoulder. That front shoulder does a lot more work. So that's a positive. But look, he's Shohei Ohtani. He's incredible. It's not as bad as they thought it was going to be because it's only a slight dislocation. But he's going to be uncomfortable. He's going to have to play through some pain. Is his swing going to be exactly the same? I can't say that for sure. So it's going to be really interesting to watch him. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when the adrenaline of a World Series game in Yankee Stadium kicks in. I don't think anybody knows that right now. But I also don't think there was ever any doubt that Shohei Ohtani was going to be in the lineup. I mean, he texted his teammates on Saturday night as they were all in the shuttle to go to the airport. He's going to stay back to have an MRI. He texted them that Saturday night and said, "There's no doubt I'm playing a game." He went through the treatment. Everything was fine. Strength, range of motion, everything. So he's done everything he can. It's just a matter of tolerating the pain tonight.
So did Alden, I guess the way you're telling it to us is that the game ended Saturday night. They traveled right away, and then he stayed back and did everything he needed to do on Sunday. When did he rejoin the team?
Well, he stayed back only to get the MRI.
Yeah.
So they took the red eye from L.A. to New York. He stayed in L.A., got an MRI the next morning. It confirmed the initial diagnosis of a subluxation. And then he flew to New York. He came out to Yankee Stadium. I didn't see him personally because he really wasn't on the field. But apparently he rejoined his teammates late Sunday afternoon. That's when he went into the batting cage, went through his hitting routine, got more treatment. So he was here working out with the Dodgers at Yankee Stadium yesterday.
Any confirmation that he flew commercial and coach?
Probably not.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
all of a
I
sudden
highly
Ohtani
doubt
gets on
that.
the plane, like, "Hey man, where you going?"
Shohei Ohtani on a Southwest flight would be hilarious.
Yeah. Alden Gonzalez
In the C group.
joining us here. Hey, so Walker Buehler obviously has been very up and down, though up more recently. Just what is the sense of what he can do in a game like this on the road? Like, what is the feeling and the confidence level in him in that Dodger clubhouse considering his season?
I think there's a confidence level in that he is not scared. As a matter of fact, I think he loves environments like this. He said he likes pitching in the cold. It's going to be cold tonight. But I think more so he loves the big stage. And he's shown throughout his career, like, this has kind of become his identity, right? He's become, like, this quote-unquote big game pitcher for the Dodgers. And, you know, we've seen multitude of examples of that. But I would temper that by saying he's just not the same pitcher, at least not in this moment. Coming off the second Tommy John surgery, his fastball is not the overpowering fastball that it used to be. And this is a reality that Walker Buehler has had to accept. And he talked about how over the last month or so, he has accepted that. And he realizes that he's got to pitch differently. And it basically, Walker Buehler has to kind of reinvent himself every fifth day. Every day he goes out there. And this is the good thing for Walker is that he's used to tinkering, but this is a whole different thing. Like, he's got to pitch differently every time. He's got to figure out something else out because he's not getting swing and miss with his fastball. When you're not getting swing and miss with your fastball, it makes everything a lot harder. We saw when he threw those 4 scoreless innings against the Mets in the NLCS, he relied heavily on that curveball. That curveball behaved very well in that environment. I don't know what it was about wind patterns or the temperature or whatever, but the pitch characteristics were different. If the pitch characteristics are similar to that tonight, he could have a good night because the curveball played well. If not, it might be a struggle.
No, it's a good point because, you know, he's got to pitch. He's got to Greg Maddux this thing. You know, he's got to be an artist, if you will. You can't be an overpowering thrower. On the other side, though, Clark Schmidt tonight. I tend to feel like Walker Buehler and the Dodgers have the pitching advantage. I mean, Schmidt has not been great. He's given up a lot of runs, a lot of earned runs, a lot of hits. Who do you think has a pitching advantage tonight?
I think it's pretty even. I will say, I think if you're the Dodgers, you're incredibly encouraged by how the first two games, not only in the fact that you won, obviously, but you were able to get outings like that from Jack Flaherty and Yoshinobu Yamamoto, because the Yankees were supposed to have the clear pitching advantage going into the series, and a lot of that was because of their top two starters, Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon. The fact that your pitchers, look, Garrett Cole pitched like an ace in game one. He was not the problem. But the fact that your two starters did that, if you're the Dodgers, you got to feel really good. I think the Yankees still have the pitching advantage, though, not only tonight, but games 3 and 4. And I kind of got to look at those two games together, because the Dodgers are going to go with a bullpen game right after Walker Buehler. And they start getting into a little bit of a problem if Walker Buehler doesn't go deep into the game. If he's not giving you 5 innings, that's problematic. If it's still a close game, that's problematic, because Dave Roberts is going to have to burn through some of his high-leverage relievers. Some of those guys can bounce back and pitch tomorrow, but they won't be able to pitch as much as he would have liked, because he's going to rely solely on them to get through 9 innings. So if you're the Yankees, what you're looking to do tonight is you got to get out ahead early, because if you get out ahead early, then you put the Dodgers in a real bind for Game 4.
Alden Gonzalez, ESPN MLB reporter, joining us here. Last one for you, buddy, and thank you for the time. Aaron Judge, obviously, it's been well documented, his struggles here of late. What is just kind of the mindset in regards to his struggles? What has he said to you guys?
Yeah, to his credit, he has taken complete ownership for this. He realizes that he and Juan Soto are the anchors of this lineup, and he knows that he's not right now, and he's got to step up. It's just really hard if you've watched his at-bats these last few days, it's hard to see when that's going to happen. I'll caution that by saying, here's Aaron Judge. He's going to win the MVP. He's one of the best hitters on the planet. So it could flip for him in an instant. It's just we haven't really seen much evidence of him, of that happening. The Dodgers are pitching him up and in with a fastball and trying to get chased low and away. And look, teams do that against Aaron Judge often, but it's working right now because mechanically he's just not right. And you can tell that he's late on fastball. But if you're the Dodgers, you can't sleep on that, because he could awaken at any moment and change this series.
Alden Gonzalez does a phenomenal job covering Major League Baseball for us here at ESPN. Hey, buddy, thank you for the time, man. Appreciate it.
Jorge, thank you so much, man. Take care.
See ya. There he is, Alden Gonzalez.
You know what worries me tonight about this game?
Yeah.
I don't know who these two sisters are that keep doing these like a cappella rap songs in front of Dodger
Let's
Stadium.
talk about that more on the other side.
Because that's a problem.
But before that,
it's a problem, George.
Yeah, that's pretty, ironic coming from you.
Well, that's what's in.
Yeah.
That's what's in for the Dodgers.
We can discuss it. But first, let me tell you about my home away from home, Cappy. I'll be there again tomorrow.
Tell me.
All right? I'm going to be bouncing around the country, but in and out of LAX as always, baby. Changes arriving daily to reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the traveler experience. The LAX economy parking structure now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding. Who doesn't want to get to their flight faster? And a new facility will have all the major rental car brands under one roof. And in the future, you don't even need a car to get to LAX. The People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro, which means you could take the train, the metro to the metro station on Century, and then right there, you will connect to the People Mover train right to your terminal. Cappy is trying to take Funchy's shoes off. Don't ask me why.
I will take those shoes right off his feet.
For more information on our friends at LAX, check out their website, flylax.com. For more info, that's flylax.com.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey, guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with two big, bold words, high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Waterboy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Waterboy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Waterboy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
Hey, it's Travis.
And DeMarco.
Hey, accidents can be shocking, devastating, and difficult to deal with, which is why you should never deal with them alone and have family on your side.
Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team are family, and they're here to help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
You know, when my son was in an accident, we called Joseph at 213-747-2000, and he was able to help.
You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And you know, when DeMarco serves up a best of, you know it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
The Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour rolls on. Celebrating their first new music in 15 years. And all the hits. Friday, December 6th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Tickets on sale now at fantasyspringsresort.com or 1-760-342-5000. Don't miss the Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is Sedano and Kap. Around 5:30 p.m. in the Southland Radio Tinder time, we like to play a TV theme. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor, Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Late Tinder.
Well, you know, we made a little room for Alden.
Right, we did. Alden needed to do it now. We'll do it now. We'll do it live.
We did do it live.
Yeah, Radio Tinders, you heard Christopher say, is presented by our friends at Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Award-winning small batch premium sippy tequila made from the finest mature agaves, available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com. Up your game and demand the extraordinary with Tequila Mandala. Take it away, Lindsay.
So I'm playing this. Yeah, playing this instead of a TV theme because I'm going to the T-Pain concert tonight at Yamava, and I'm really excited. Like, super excited.
Now, I heard he's good even without the auto-tune.
He's way better. A million times better.
Yeah, awesome.
He did the Tiny Desk concert, like the NPR Tiny Desk concert, and everyone's like, oh, dang, he can sing.
Oh, dang.
And then he did this covers album recently, and he sang, like, Ozzy Osbourne. He sang Tennessee Whiskey. Like, very good. I'm really excited.
Ozzy Osbourne, you do Crazy Train?
No, he did, what's the other one?
I mean, there's a lot of Ozzy Osbourne songs.
What is it song?
Oh, that must be, you mean the one, it's like, dun,
War
dun,
Pig.
dun,
War
dun,
Pig.
dun, dun,
Yes.
dun, 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 dun,
War
dun.
Pig. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was going
Very good.
Hey, by the way, Kirk Morrison is going to join us at 5, normally at 5:15 on Mondays, Morrison Mondays. But because we are headed to the game early, we got to, we're going to have Kirk on at 5 because Dealer's Choice has got to be on at 5.
Let me ask everybody a quick question. What's everybody watching tonight? You got Dodgers. Game 3.
Yeah,
you got Lakers.
I got
game
no
4
interest
of the
in the
regular
Monday Night
season.
Football game.
And the Monday Night Football game, to me, is trash. I mean, the only thing for me that I need is I would love it if the Giants could actually score a bunch of points on because the guy I'm playing in fantasy football, he has Pittsburgh's defense, and that's what's left.
Oh, I was going to say you have someone from the Giants on your fantasy team. Woof.
No.
Malik Neighbors.
No, but
he's awesome.
But I have like a 5-point lead, and I just need the Giants to actually do something.
I'm already done, man. I went up against a guy this week that had like 4 or 5 guys just completely go off who weren't supposed to go off, and I'm toast already.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dodgers for sure for me. And then Dairy Screen probably. All right, next, Lindsay, go.
All right, so Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson made some waves yesterday when he told reporters that he subbed himself out for a play because of this.
Man, tired. I ain't gonna lie. That was a lot of running right there, what I did, and I don't think I was gonna be able to go that next play. So I just, just told saying I just needed a break right there.
I guess the best way to phrase this is, do you think that this was the worst idea ever for him to admit this? Swipe left or swipe right? Cappy, you go first.
I'll swipe right. It's pretty bad. But here's the thing. You just never hear a quarterback or even see a quarterback sub himself out. Like a running back has a long run. Like, yo, come on, bring somebody else in here. A wide receiver has to go deep, and they let me have somebody else come in here. You just don't ever see a quarterback say, hey, I need the backup to come in and take one play because I'm tired. Mostly because the backup quarterback, unless the starter gets hurt, he doesn't even have his shoulder pads strapped up. He doesn't even have his pants tied. Anthony Richardson yesterday, 10 for 32, 175 yards passing, 5 sacks for 35 yards. Of course, the guy's running for his life. He also carried the ball 6 times for 45 yards. He can't throw, man. He is just not a good passer at all.
Yeah, it's just, he wasn't a refined quarterback yet at Florida.
Total project.
Yeah, and I feel like, the Colts, they had Gardner Minshew last year, right, to kind of mentor him. And then, remember, he got hurt so early, they never got a real chance to be around Gardner Minshew. So it almost felt like you had to reset. And then at this point, it's like, all right, he's in year 2. We got to throw him in, you know?
But let me tell you something. The Colts would be better if they played Joe Flacco.
Yeah, and let him learn from Joe for a little bit.
That's the problem with these teams, is that if your backup quarterback...
You're not paying these guys that much anymore when you draft them.
No, not at all. And if your backup quarterback is better, but you're committed to your first stringer, I mean, that's why the Browns were in the situation they were in.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, listen, a lot of people ripped. Remember the whole Brian Flores thing a while back where Tua was like, oh, he was really mean to me. Yeah, he was like, you know what? Ryan Fitzpatrick is better than him right now. I need to win games. He went with Ryan Fitzpatrick, which, by the way, Tua also in the same breath has talked about how Ryan Fitzpatrick helped him a ton when he was learning to play. So it's like, I'm with you. Play the guy who helps you win and let the young guy. There was so many times over the years that growing up that there were a lot of guys that did that. I mean, Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years, right?
So did Jordan Love thereafter.
Jordan Love after. Steve McNair back in our day. Eli Manning sat for like half a season.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes sat for a full season.
Phillip Rivers.
There's so many guys.
Yeah.
Just let them sit for a little bit. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So this one's especially for you, Cappy. So there's a new Texas startup named Throne. And a lot of people are talking about it because they're making scatological circles.
Scatological circles.
That's what it says in the New York Post. After devising a camera that attaches to your toilet and takes pictures of your poop.
Oh.
So it then uses AI to capture data, which is then made available on an accompanying smartphone app. And then it basically uses AI to tell you about your gut health and give you health recommendations. And it's supposed to help search for health markers in excrement as well as
we get
nuances.
it. Yeah, it basically tells you. We don't have to go that far.
No, I like
Wait,
it.
it also detects nuances in your urine to determine your level of hydration.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Does this sound like something that you would buy? Swipe left or swipe right?
I'm going to swipe left. Okay. You know what? Just take some pro and prebiotics, and your poop's going to come out just fine for the most part. If you have any other gut health issues, you can just go see a doctor. Especially if you have insurance. I understand if you don't have insurance, that would be one thing. But if you do, you can go see a doctor fairly regularly, and they can tell you. They'll take a fecal sample for you if you want. And
how do they get it?
You got to poop. At their office.
Oh.
Wouldn't you rather just do that in the comfort of your own home?
You could do that and then bring the sample. Yes, that is possible too.
But I mean, wouldn't you rather
that.
just
when
use...
they give me the kit and they're like, "Here, bring us a sample." I'm like, "No."
That's weird. Even for my dog, I don't like doing that.
Okay, well, nonetheless, I don't know. I just feel like, and then hydration. Yeah, if your urine is really yellow, you need to drink more water and electrolytes. And if it's really clear, then you're fine.
But there's
What
other.
are you, a urologist?
I was gonna say there's other levels of colors where it
No,
can like
not.
use the AI.
Maybe in a past life.
I mean, Kat, for somebody who we always talk about, like you got to get your gut health checked because you do seem
Take
to have
some prebiotics
No,
and
I don't-
probiotics.
listen, I'm in on this
Because then you don't have to-
categorical.
I'm out.
circle.
Left.
I'm in on the categorical. Okay, I don't know what that word means, but I'm
You
in
and
on
your
it.
excrement can
Right.
go get tested with AI.
And the other thing is let me ask you something. You said it's a camera, right?
Correct.
So does it take still photos? Does it take videos?
Oh,
Do
that's
you
a good
know?
question. It
And
just
then-
says that it takes photos and then it uses AI.
You want to look at photos of your poop?
Well, the thing
no,
would
you don't
be-
have to.
Could you imagine going through your phone? You're like, oh, this was an interesting day. This was
Yeah.
an interesting. I remember what I ate that day. I mean, come on.
You don't have to look at the picture. It uses the AI to like take the photo and then it analyzes it.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
All right. Well, every day would
You don't
be
have
different.
to, you don't have
different
to go to the
analysis.
doctors
you know?
then.
Yeah.
Especially someone like you, Cap.
I'm out.
I'm into it.
I'm
Okay.
out.
I like
I'm
it.
out.
I
What's
figured
next?
you would be. Okay, last
Yeah.
one here. So Jason Kelsey of famed NFL and being
Podcast?
Taylor Swift's boyfriend's brother.
Okay.
I guess that's what many
Yeah.
people know him as.
Yeah.
Is apparently reportedly in talks to host a late night show on ESPN. So this is being reported by Puck, and they said that ESPN's talking to Kelsey about hosting a more traditional late-night program featuring athletes and other celebrities, not like your standard highlight or recap show. So it'd be like Jimmy Kimmel meets SportsCenter type of thing. Does this sound like something that would work?
They
Swipe
tried
left or
that
swipe
with
right?
Stephen A. Smith many years ago.
They
called
tried
But
it.
it's
Quite
not
Frankly.
Jason Kelsey.
They tried it with Joe Buck at one time. I gotta be honest with you. Like, I think Jason Kelsey's fine. I think him and Travis together are good. I think he's a really funny character. I do. I've listened to some of their podcasts, and I don't hear it, and I don't see it. And maybe I'm way wrong, and maybe other TV executives will go, "That's why you're not a TV executive." Maybe I'm not, but I just don't hear it.
I
don't
haven't
see
seen
it.
enough of him to know, but they have tried it before.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they tried it with Joe Buck. They tried it with Stephen A. Smith. They've tried it with lots of other sports personalities, and I just don't know that Jason Kelsey on his own is a carry a show sort of late night guy.
You don't know if that's what's in?
I'm not sure that's what's in. I'm not positive.
All right, that is Radio Tinder, brought to you by our friends at Tequila Mandala, as I mentioned earlier. But Cappy, let's you and I talk about prize picks for tonight. So before the Dodgers' first pitch, because they're getting ready, they're singing the national anthem as we speak. We got prize picks, and it's pretty simple when it comes to prize picks, guys. There is a number, a stat assigned to a particular player in all the different sports, right? And it's as simple as going less or more on that particular stat line, okay? So, if we were doing, hits for Freddie Freeman, it would be, let's say, arguably, it would be 1.5, and you would go more or less on something like that. And you can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks in as little as 4 correct picks, okay? All you got to do is download the Prize Pick app, use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, and in the state of California, it's the only place, Cappy, you can get sports action.
I want to tell you guys something right now. I'm going to play tonight, and I already put this in. I've got Tommy Edman tonight.
Yeah, it's hot.
For 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs.
Yeah.
Now, when
He's handsome as well.
He's a good-looking young man, and apparently he's brilliant. When you see the little red character next to the player's name, that's a demon.
Demon.
Okay, now the demon play gets you a lot more. So I played today. I played 5 total players. I decided I wanted to go with basketball, baseball, hockey, and football.
Wow.
And so I've tried to go with a little of everything.
Yeah.
And I used the Tommy Edman with the demon, and I've got a $20 play to win $300 tonight, okay? So here's what I want you to do. Download the Prize Picks app, okay? Download the Prize Picks app. Use our code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. You make a $5 play, you get a $50 bonus whether you win or you lose. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
That's code CAPPY on Prize Picks to get a $50 instant bonus after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Whether you need a big stop late in the game.
Edwards downloaded DiVincenzo, blocked by Davis again. Another Another block for Anthony Davis. Here's Reeves. Lay it up and in.
A 3-ball from downtown.
Davis for 3. Good! Anthony Davis!
Or a power slam in the paint.
LeBron down the middle. Alley-oop! AD for the dunk.
AD is doing it all this season.
We're going to empower him as much as he wants to be empowered. If he wants to be first team All-NBA and he wants to be in the MVP conversation all year long, we're going to empower him to do that.
You know, for me, I'm just trying to be aggressive and do what I have to do to help the team win. You know, Jay want me to be the hub, and but my job remains the same, to come out and be aggressive and let the team feed off of that.
LeBron's got it. Full head of steam. LeBron to AD. Slam dunk.
Catch every thrill from AD in the Lake Show this season.
Right here on 710 ESPN.
Coverage of the 2024 World Series on ESPN LA is driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. With next-level tech and safety features, Hyundai Cars and SUVs gives you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
Hey, it's Mace here. Wait until you experience the NBA at the hottest, most amazing venue in LA. That is Cosm in Inglewood. It's called Immersive Shared Reality. It will look and feel like you are courtside. If you want to be at Cosm for live NBA action, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Use code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA game in November. Do not wait. Tickets go fast. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
With over 20 clinics in the greater LA area, Game Day Men's Health offers premium services like testosterone therapy, ED treatment, and more to optimize your health. Visit GameDayMen'sLA.com to schedule your complimentary testosterone test and consultation. Get back in the game with Game Day Men's Health.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California.
It's 5 p.m. in the Southland.
Turn it up, man.
Time to blow that 5 o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Cap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing, thanks to our friends at Real Father's Rights. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorney. Visit realfathersrights.com or call 951-482-7517. Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Cap starts now.
You ready for this?
Yep.
And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack.
Beep, ba-da-bop. Yeah. You're getting an extra one today.
Yeah.
Not in the contract. Extra one today. Boom, ba-dum-bum.
By the way, I love when everybody hears Eminence Front.
They all tweet us
on any sports broadcast.
Yeah.
And then they hit us up.
And tonight it'll happen twice, because you'll hear it on Monday Night Football if you're watching that, and you'll hear it on the Dodgers-Yankees World Series game for sure if you watch that.
There are certain songs that sometimes you hear them and then you associate them with something.
Yeah.
Like I used to hear Bob Seger, Like a Rock, and I would think Chevrolet.
Yeah.
You know? But now you hear Eminence Front, you don't think The Who. You don't think Pete
You
Townsend.
think Sedano and Cap?
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Do you think that, Kirk Morrison?
Every time it comes on, I want to text you guys. Like, I can't believe the Sedano and Cap is taking the the whole international world by storm. Every time that song plays,
yeah,
and it's always in a sporting event, and it's taking you to break. And for some reason, people look at me because I'm going, I'm like, what's wrong with this dude?
Now,
Like,
it is interesting. Now, at ESPN, I don't know if those particular people may be listening to the show, but Cappy says everybody's listening, so maybe. And it is the same company. The Fox guys, I will tell you this, they're here.
No, it's a fact.
They are absolutely, I know for a fact that a number of those executives listen to the show,
Yeah.
okay?
I'll start naming them if you want me to. 'cause
No, we don't have to do
I
that.
got the whole roster of them.
We don't have
the
to do
starters.
that.
I got the depth
But
chart.
I know because they, as a matter of fact, one of them I'm very friendly with, and the next time I have lunch with him, he's like, you got to bring Cap next time.
Okay, let's do it.
He loves you, Cappy, talking about your poop.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
See? That's why I'm buying that camera that Lindsay talked about.
Yeah. All right. So it's Morrison Monday. Kirk Morrison. Let's talk real quick baseball and then a lot of football.
Yeah.
So Dodgers up 2-0. A, are you surprised? B, do you think that it feels like it's just about like, hey, just get one in L.A. You know, if you win it, that's great. But if you just get one, we're all good.
You mean one in New York? Now that they're
One in New York,
All
right? Yeah, and then win it in L.A. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm a little surprised that they're up 2-0. I knew they would have a game already, but to be up 2-0, they're going to New York just to, like you mentioned, grab one game. They've held home field, and I don't know if home field is still a thing when it comes to
baseball.
but,
Less so. It's like a 50-50 proposition. Yeah.
But I don't know, dog. Like I'm being real with you. When you bring out Ice Cube like before first pitch, like that's different.
Yeah.
Like that's a home field event. That place was electric.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, but watching it on the television, I'm like, all right, that's a home field advantage. So I'm thinking, who can New York bring out other than what?
Fat Joe is who they were doing. They tried to do Jay-Z was always talking about
really?
Fat Joe is who I believe
Right.
sang
I mean,
today.
if Jay-Z and Alicia Keys did it, that would have been if Jay-Z and Alicia Keys did that song, New York, that would have been. I think it's called, what is it called? State of Mind or something.
New York State of Mind.
Yeah, New York State of Mind.
If they would have done that song, Yankee Stadium, I think, would have lost its mind.
I mean, it's probably going to be losing its mind anyway. So there's that.
It actually doesn't like where we are right now. At least in the pregame before the first pitch, it kind of looks a little subdued in comparison to what Dodger Stadium looked like on Friday night. Now, maybe that's because the performance already happened, but you would think they would show that on TV.
I didn't see it.
They showed the. Oh, wait a second. Here it comes. Here it comes right
There's
now.
Fat Joe.
Okay. Hey, Fat Joe looks like he lost some weight.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like thinner Joe. Yeah.
Thinner Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the big thing, the big thing is tonight, fellas, who scores more points, Yankees or Giants?
Ooh,
good question.
I would go Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, if the Yankees can get to 6, can the Giants kick 2 field goals? Good question.
Yeah. And by the way,
there's some prize picks out there on that.
No doubt. And by the way, they went Fat Joe because he's actually from the Bronx.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, and he did their Yankee like video for them, like from the Yankee site and all that stuff leading into the World Series. So he's voiced that. Like, he's a big Yankee guy.
I can just tell you right now, I can't hear what he's saying.
Right.
Okay. But I don't know what, like, it just doesn't look the same. The way Ice Cube walked out from center
Ice
field.
Cube, yep.
You know, and then
Right, that was a surprise.
Right, and
people knew, though, that Fat Joe, people already started to know that they were going to bounce back.
I'd love to hear what Fat Joe is saying.
I mean, crank it up.
Can we
pull it up?
Can we turn
or no,
up Fat
because it's
Joe?
Fox
or can we
TV.
not?
We
Yeah,
can.
we can. Come on, credit
I
Fox.
mean, we'll credit
Why
Fox
does it
Television.
matter? Tell them to send us a cease and desist.
Yeah, real
we'll
quick.
deal with it later.
We're
Shoot
talking
first.
over it right now.
Shoot.
So.
Well, here, can we hear it?
I don't hear it.
I do want to hear what.
Me too.
Hang on. Back? What are you doing? Lean back. Now lean back.
Nah, it's okay. Forget
Lean
about
back.
it. Let's just talk to Kirk.
Lean
Anyway,
back.
all right.
Back.
So let's talk football here. Yo,
What
the
you got?
Rams are a half game back, and they are ready to rock in this division, man.
But you remember about like a month ago, Chris Morales was hating.
He was hating.
Waving my Sean McVay pom-poms.
Yeah.
And I just told him, hey, just wait, everybody, just wait. You'll realize who the best coach in Los Angeles is. It's the guy named Sean McVay, not Lincoln Riley, okay? Not our guy D. Foster over at UCLA, not Jim Harbaugh. Sean McVay, the dude can coach, but when he's got his weapons back, that's the team that we envision. And I felt bad because we got sucked into this situation where we're looking at this Rams team and we're like, oh, they're not good. They're not good. But that wasn't the same team that you and I and Cappy, Lindsay, we all saw these. Come on, we saw the team at LMU, right? Loyola Marymount in July. We're like, hey, these guys are going to be pretty good. that team didn't show up the first week. They got injured. Everybody was hurt. Now they're healthier, and you saw what it looked like. They got an opportunity to be in first place, well, tie for first, with Arizona kind of having a half-game lead because they won the tiebreaker. But to be where they are with an opportunity to beat Seattle and be at 4-4, this is what I envision for this team. Now, they dropped a couple games before, but I like where they're at right now. Yeah,
and listen, one of the main reasons why they're getting better is obviously Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp come back. That's the obvious part.
Yes.
But the reason that they're as live as they are is because San Francisco doesn't have their top receiver and their top running back.
Right.
Debo has not been effective for a couple of games. You know, he had this pneumonia thing going on that nobody knew about. Seattle's a team that I don't think many people are buying into. And Arizona, I think everybody's in like wait and see mode on Arizona because like Arizona to me has a real chance to be electric on offense, but we're just not sure if they've got enough all the way around. So with all that being said, those three teams are 4-4, and the Rams are sitting here now at 3-4, like you said, with a chance this week at Seattle.
Yeah, and that's all the Rams wanted. They got some games in front of them that you feel excited about. They got New England coming up, and your buddy Alex Van Pelt. You know what I mean? So sorry for your buddy Cappy, but this is where the Rams feel like, look, on a Monday night game against Miami, who didn't look well yesterday, against Arizona, and then obviously Seattle. Like, if I'm the Rams, I feel good where I'm at. I'm comfortable. I'm ready to roll. But then Sean McVay was just putting everybody on notice. But think about it. You win the game, and then this week there's been no talk about trades. All the trade rumors around the Rams, they like mysteriously just vanished in the thin air, where last week it was like, oh, who's getting traded next? And I'm like, just be calm. Just be patient. Let this thing all play out. It played out, and it's playing out the right way, I think, for the Rams, because you realize just how good this team can be. And every week, man, Matthew Stafford, I mean, I don't even know where we put or rank him in terms of quarterbacks in the NFL right now. But every time you watch the dude play, you realize he's playing at a master's level while everybody else is still doing general ed courses in the 100 levels. It's just different.
Yeah, 100% for sure. All right, let's talk about the team you played for many years.
You're going to do this to all these Raider fans that specifically asked us in the Circle of Trust to stop talking about the Raiders?
I mean, there are a professional football team, at least allegedly, so we need to discuss them.
But there's a request out there right now.
Right, but Kirk played for them.
I know, but the request is please don't talk about the Raiders.
Okay,
like,
well,
it used to be the request was, can you guys talk more about the Raiders?
Yeah.
Now the request is, can you guys please stop talking about the Raiders?
As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk about the Raiders with former Raider Kirk Morrison. How about that?
All right.
This team is a complete unmitigated disaster. I don't care how close they were to Kansas City. This is exactly what I expected them to be. They're not good, and they're never going to be good until they can get an actual quarterback to play that particular position. Not a guy who just can be like a bridge quarterback, like a Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell. They need a real quarterback.
Yeah. They needed Michael Penix is what they needed, and they didn't do it. Now, look, I would trade to get Brock Bowers this year, but we already know that the Raiders are going to be in the quarterback market next year. They're already looking. I mean, let's talk about it. Who is it going to be? Carson Beck, Shedeur Sanders. Like, we got Cam Ward. I mean, let's just start thinking about the quarterbacks that the Raiders can take, because right now the Raiders' starting quarterback is not on their roster. That roster is going to look totally different. I'm glad we got Devontae Adams up out of there. He didn't need to be there. He didn't want to be there because this was a team that was in a rebuild. I wouldn't want to be a part of that. You can see it. Like, people get mad when people talk about the team, but, I mean, Max Crosby got paid a little extra. He can't leave. He's stuck in there because you could just see it. Like, this team, the way it was built, like, there were some things that you liked, but the quarterback had to be perfect. And Gardner Minshew, he is what he is. That's just what it is. Aiden O'Connell, he is what he is. There's a reason why certain guys get drafted where they are. So 2-6, I mean, honestly, you're like, let's just start playing for our pole position in the draft next year, because the more and more you go out there and look, you never tell guys to go out and tank. That's just, you can't tank in the NFL. That's just not what you do.
Organizations can tank, but coaching staffs and players won't tank.
Coaching staff would never do it. Never.
But organizations have done it.
Yeah, they would try.
Yeah.
I mean, they would undermine or, whatever.
Yeah.
But
tank for Tua. Remember that happened?
Yep.
That was real.
Yeah.
That was real.
And suck for luck? I remember that one.
Yeah, well, Rusty for Justin. I don't know. I just made that one up. But Justin Herbert, I mean, the Chargers were bad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Did you say Rusty for Justin?
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't rhyme.
Yeah,
I know. It didn't rhyme.
No.
Hustling for
it was
Justin.
More Rusty for Justy. That's what it was.
All right, let's talk about the worm. Now, look, they beat up on a bad team, but that's what you're supposed to do. It's like Chris Rock said.
Right.
You're supposed to take your kids to the zoo. Okay, you know what I'm saying? When Bigger and Blacker, he said it. You're supposed to take your kids to the zoo. So you know what? If you're a good NFL team, you're supposed to beat the crap out of a bad team.
Right, but New Orleans is in the exact same spot from a quarterback perspective that the Raiders are in, because the Raiders have a fourth-string quarterback who's Aiden O'Connell's a second-year player. Minshew's a later-round draft choice also. And New Orleans played a rookie fourth-rounder yesterday, and then they tried to fix it by going into a second-year player who's a fourth-round pick. So they're virtually in the exact same spot. So I'm not overly impressed with what the Chargers did yesterday.
Of course not.
Yeah, I'm not at all. They're optimistic that Derek Carr can come back for the New Orleans Saints, because they actually still got a shot in that division, right? I mean, Atlanta's not going to run away with it. We saw that both receivers are down in Tampa, so New Orleans feel like they're still in it. They just got to get the quarterback situation get together. When it comes to the Chargers, it's still trying to figure out what are they good at. If I asked you right now, what are the Chargers good at? Because every game you watch them, it's like, okay, they can run the ball, but can they make the plays that are needed down the stretch? It's hard to evaluate them when you play against a bad team. Like Cappy said, that's just a bad team they went up against yesterday. And now we're supposed to evaluate how good they can be. We'll know when they go up against the juggernauts, right? When they go up against the teams that they're not expected to be. I want to see more of them, and I want to put it on Justin Herbert. Like, this is the year that Justin proved to everybody. He's the guy.
I don't know what that was. Sorry, go ahead.
Somebody's getting jazzy in the back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that the New York Yankees theme song, or are they playing that at the stage?
I'll tell you this. It didn't look like everybody in the stands at Yankee Stadium knew all the words to whatever Fat Joe was singing. You know?
Not like Ice Cube.
No, everybody.
All right, so we'll see. I still think they're a 10-win team potentially. We'll see.
Who's a 10-win team?
I think the
Chargers.
I think 9 or 10. I think they'll get there.
All right, don't listen to George. He's the same guy that said USC was going to win 9 games.
Well, I said that after the LSU win. I said that was their.
Listen to George.
I said that was their ceiling, and clearly they have not reached said ceiling. And I also thought the coach would be able to coach down the stretch of games where he wouldn't mismanage the clock as much as he has this season.
All right, but Kirk, all these teams that we're talking around the NFL, you said something about Matthew Stafford, and you say, he's sort of playing at a different level.
Sure is.
But on the other hand, you know who else is also playing at a different level?
Who?
The Detroit Lions and Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Well,
but he's clean.
Well, hey, listen.
They got the best offensive.
Kick ass on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Kick ass.
They got the best offensive line in football. He literally can order a pizza back there.
That's great. But when you give him time, you see what he's capable of. And Detroit, to me, right now, and I know we're only through 7 weeks, and we'll see the Monday night game tonight. I think Detroit's the best team all around in football. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. They got one of our guys from the UFL, right, George?
Yeah.
Jake Bates,
Cardi,
the kicker.
Oh, Bates.
Yeah.
Bates. Cardi is the Rams.
For the Rams, yeah. But Jake Bates, who kicked in the UFL, he's their kicker. He had a game winner the week prior going against Minnesota. Obviously, we've talked about Jared Goff. He's in the MVP conversation, has firmly put himself in that conversation. They got a head coach who's willing to be aggressive. They got 2 outstanding running backs. Obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown. You talked about the offensive line, Laporta. I think the only question mark is, can they create defense? There's a move still out there to be made for them, Cappy. Like they need a stalwart defensive end that they can get consistent pass rush. But other than that, yes, 7-8 weeks into this season, right now the Detroit Lions are the team I don't want to play, because if you do play them, what happens the following week? You lose.
Yeah.
So that's the way things happen in this league this year with Detroit. But they got an identity too. They know who they are. They're not trying to fake. And Jared Goff, I think he throws more touchdowns than he throws incompletions per game. That's unreal.
Yeah, he's having an incredible season. He's got almost 1,700 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, has only been sacked. I say only sacked 17 times over the course of his 6 or 7 games so far, or 7 games. So, I mean, listen, to me, I look at Kansas City. they're a team that they find ways to win, even though offensively, statistically, Patrick Mahomes is having the worst season of his entire career. But we all assume that they're an offensive football team, but they're not. They're a defensive football team.
Correct.
I say Detroit is number 1. Kansas City right now is number 2. And I don't know what to make of Baltimore because after 5 straight wins, to lose yesterday to Cleveland the way they did, that kind of set me back on Baltimore a little bit. What'd you think?
No, not necessarily. Because what happens is you forget that Jameis Winston was the number 1 overall pick. And you have to go out there and he'll humble you. He came to Los Angeles and did that. He came against the Rams and threw like 5 touchdowns. And I'm like, you forget how good Jameis as a quarterback can be. But then you also know, like milk, right? At some point it has an expiration date. Like Jameis is going to bottom out at some point. But he has games where you saw yesterday that they just didn't have an answer. The Baltimore Ravens did, and Jameis Winston just put it to him. So I'm not worried about Baltimore. They still going to be in there. They're going to have some of these clunkers here and there. But
had 2 now against Cleveland and the Raiders.
Knick-knack, this, that, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
Hey, by the way, how about this? 4 straight pitches to Ohtani. He never even had to swing the bat. Ohtani was walked on 4 straight pitches.
Wow.
So
that's good. He doesn't have to mess with his shoulder.
I mean, I can't even believe that you wouldn't challenge him to find out what his shoulder is like.
Right. Throw him a strike.
So Ohtani's on first. Nobody out. Mookie's up.
Yeah. Kirk, any college football thoughts as we have another week in the books and we're getting ready for week 9 or 10 or wherever. Week 9, right? God, it's going fast.
Yeah, it is going fast.
No, week 10, George.
Yeah.
College football.
Yeah, even faster.
It's going fast. Yeah, because I already filled out my flights on Concur, so I had to put in CFB week 10. I'm like, golly, 10 weeks in. But anyway, I do got a question for you guys. So this weekend I've got the Naval Academy going against Rice.
Oh, they just lost a big one to Notre Dame this weekend. Yeah.
So Navy lost to Rice. Rice fired their head coach after a bad start to the season this year. And now I got to go talk to an interim coach.
Yeah, not good.
What do you ask the interim coach?
Hey, man,
you know what I mean?
What has it been like, since you've taken over? Like, what has the last several days been like for you?
Or maybe here's a question. Here's a question. So what are you planning on doing next year?
That's the question I want to ask politely, though. Because I've been in this situation before, fellas. Like, this is where all the coaches start having phone calls outside of the office.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or they have their door closed. Everybody's talking with the door closed, or everybody's stepping out of the office real quick because everybody's already starting to worry about next year already. There's still like a month left of college football yet.
Cappy, touchdown Stillers.
Oh, really?
There
you
it
got
is.
that game on, huh?
Yins are going to score.
Oh, Yins, really?
Russell Wilson to George Pickens. Oh, it's a flag. It's coming back.
Oh, no, man. Right now I've only got on this Dodger game, man. I didn't realize the Monday Night Football game had already started.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'll put it on this one for you.
What a guy.
Kirk,
What a guy.
good luck with that, man.
Hey, listen, you guys do me a favor since you guys happen to know this conference well, the ACC.
Yeah.
I know we got to go, Lindsay.
I
I'm
know
coming.
you, bro.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Pitt SMU.
Oh, good matchup.
Huge game this weekend for my Pitt
That's
Panthers.
a night game,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm worried about
Prime
Eli Holstein, the quarterback from Pitt, who has a concussion from last week.
Yeah, that's not good.
If he don't play, that could be a big problem.
Yeah, if he doesn't play, then you're in deep trouble because SMU is good.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
SMU is very, very good. Just wanted to let you know. Brett Lashley and they're trying to make a statement. They're trying to let everybody know that this conference can't hold them. They got this.
Yeah.
I need my Pitt Panthers to keep it going, man.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if your guy Eli Holstein is available. All right. Thanks, Kirk. Appreciate it, man. Safe travels. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, fellas. You got it.
Peace. Kirk Morrison with us here, Morrison Mondays. By the way, ever have trouble finding your favorite team's game? Because there's so many streaming services and TV channels now. Everything's on a different channel or service. No more searching. Where to Watch has you covered. Where to Watch is a new feature you can find on the ESPN app or ESPN.com. Where to Watch is a one-stop shop where you can click with one click, right, to all the ESPN network streams and all the other networks too. So like the World Series, by the way, you can go to ESPN.com. If you go to their website or their app, you can go right to the World Series stream, whether it's NFL, college football, men's or women's college hoops, NBA, MLB, NHL, so much more. Where to Watch available on the ESPN app and ESPN.com. Access it from any web browser, ESPN.com/Where to Watch or on the ESPN app.
All right, very good. Okay, so George, right now you got Freddie up at the plate.
Right.
It is top of the first. There's one out. Mookie got out. I didn't see exactly how.
Yeah.
Ohtani was walked on 4 straight pitches. He's on first base.
Right.
And it's a 1-1 count.
Yeah.
over my shoulder. I can't see behind me. What is the situation here in this Steelers game? What happened?
Steelers going for a field goal. 31-yard attempt is up and good.
Yins are going to get down and kick a field goal in that.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Yeah. All right, it is time right now for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by Seller's Advantage. You want to sell your house? Well, before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They're going to buy your house with an as-is competitive cash offer. That is, if you are open to this competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. No repairs. Don't even tell me. Freddie just hit another one.
Another one. Freddie Freeman,
God.
2-run home
Oh,
run.
my God. Freddie Freeman, 2-run home run. Third home run of the postseason is the way they put it up on Fox. How about third home run in 3 games in the World Series? Oh, my God.
Has anyone ever done that? I got to look that up.
Somebody get me Freddie's dad on the phone, please.
Big Fred.
Paging Mr. Freeman. Mr. Freeman.
We're going to celebrate, man, with some tequila mandala, all right? We're going to find them. Get them some tequila mandala.
I mean, you talk about locked in. Unbelievable.
Yeah, award-winning artisanal small batch premium sipping tequila there, Mr. Fred. Founded by a couple of guys just like you. Not you, Cappy, but maybe Eastside Cappy. One from Jalisco, Mexico, one born and raised in SoCal. Down and Downey with a vision to create a sipping tequila meant for sharing with friends and loved ones. You've heard us talk about it. You've seen us post about it. Those beautiful hand-painted round ceramic bottles. A conversation starter indeed. But have you tried the nectar of the gods inside yet, Tequila Mandala? Well, what are you waiting for? The Blanco, the Reposado, the Añejo, or the Extra Añejo. So elevate your tequila game today. Make sure Tequila Mandala is with you at your next party or concert or, pre-party for the concert, anniversary, birthday, carne asada. You name it, man. Holiday party. Celebrate with Tequila Mandala today. Halloween party. Follow their journey on their social channels at Tequila Mandala. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com, to find a store or restaurant nearest you. Tequila Mandala. Demand the extraordinary. Continue with Dealer's Choice as we watch Freddie celebrate with his teammates in the dugout.
Yeah, so before you call an agent, I was in the middle of this, Dealer's Choice Real Deal brought to you by Seller's Advantage. You don't have any repairs needed. You can make it real easy on yourself. Call 888-390 as is for a no obligation offer or sellersadvantage.com. DRE number 01961658. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know you weren't done with that.
No.
By the way, Lauda sent me this real quick from Fabian Ardaya. Freddie Freeman has done it again. His third homer this series, 5th consecutive World Series game with a homer, his last 2 with the Braves. That ties the record. 5 straight.
So that was 2021.
Yeah.
With the Braves.
Yeah.
And it's 5 straight World Series games that he's hit a home run. This is, with this conversation earlier today.
Ties the record with George Springer, by the way, who did it in 2 World Series as well, 17 and 19.
It's unbelievable how locked in he is. To think about where he was and the talk about his ankle and how he might not be able to play, and if he does, what's he going to be? And then he stole a base in the NLDS, and everybody kind of laughed, like, what the hell's he doing? And then he kind of limped around, and man, Freddie Freeman, are you serious?
Yeah, insane, Cappy. So,
wow.
90?
30.
30. You got 30-second Dealer's Choice?
No, at this point, I'm done.
No, it's just Freddie Freeman's awesome?
No, at this point, I'm done.
Yeah.
No, I had like a whole Dealer's Choice thing happening, but then Freddie Freeman hit a 2-run home run.
Yeah, I mean, he stopped stuff for you.
I think we're ready to hand things off over to Beto, who, by the way, Beto comes in. He's got on the LB hat. And Lindsay said
Beach.
earlier today she thought it was a Boston hat.
Yeah.
That's a Lindsay baseball hat.
Yeah. No.
Not a Long Beach hat.
Long Beach, bro.
Long Beach.
Playing a lot of guys. Hey, you look skinny, bro.
No, I don't look skinny.
All right.
I feel fat.
You're a little puffy.
Yeah.
Whether you need a big